Hello everybody, I'm just about ready to get started. Welcome to Dog, welcome Try, welcome Arkuma, welcome ChaosVania, thank you for the raid. So let's talk a little bit. So I need to figure out who's actually here to play, that'll shape the plans a little bit. I know ChaosVania is available. We'll see if Murphy joins, we'll see if Calvitium joins at some point. I think Chris, friend of the stream, should be joining at some point, but I don't think he's available quite this minute. So, depending on who's available, we'll do some general things. You'll play as long as you can. I'm thinking we'll play a little bit of maybe I'll play my raw marl to buff you, because you are a ranger. Should be okay. I don't think we'll go all the way to the end of TTF, because that is pretty hard without having like a pure force. Hello, Two-Dog. Hope and having a good day. It was a terrible day, but I'm here now. And I decided, you know what, we'll stream anyway. As I like interacting with people on the stream, and I think we have like a good thing going on with PSO. So, we'll see how it goes from there. The Falls music is playing. I don't really want to fight Dark Falls right now, so we're gonna pause that music. The ominous music as you go to boot up the game. No, it's fine. But let's go ahead, and I guess I will create a game for ChaosVania. Yeah, a little bit of a rough day. It is what it is. It was definitely like trying to figure out like a maze to get to work today. There were not one, not two, but 3 street closures. So I had to find a whole new way to get to work, chat. Apparently water pipes are bursting everywhere. So I had no idea how to get to work. I was like in so many back alleys. I'm like, okay, if the main road doesn't work, how do you do this? So that was an experience. But anyway, let's go to the game. So, based off of who's available, I'm going to start creating a game, but people definitely shout out if you're here. I'm going to presumably start with my raw marl to support ChaosVania, and I'll walk ChaosVania through a quest I don't think he's really done that often, not compared to the other quests. And I think the goal of today was also to just play different quests other than B. I mean, Massive Attack B is really good, but ... variety would be nice. So we'll start off with this one and see where we go from here. If there are people that are looking to level, like Murphy was looking to level, I think his Huecast, we might go to hard mode or something to help him, or very hard, depending on where he is. I'm not really looking for any drops. I guess the question to ChaosVania is, what is your ID color? So normally when you boot up the game, it'll say it near your character name. Or if you look at your character's chest, like if you look at this character, on their blue uniform, they got a purple icon. Or if you hit the pause menu, that's actually a little easier to read. I am a purple character. Purple I don't think has anything too crazy, unless I just want to go for random Mill Lily. For now, I'll make the first game. Orange, you think? That's good to know for the future. Section ID is pretty important for rares when we're in Ultimate. I feel like most of the time when you're leveling, it's not super critical. But when you're really serious about the game and not just trying to catch somebody up, definitely helps. So let me go ahead and make a game. We'll keep it just, I guess, private for now. Maybe we'll do public towards the end. Just want to make sure the people that are actively watching the stream are getting a first chance, you know what I mean? So we'll call this one Ziggy TTF. Standard password as always. And let us do some episode 1. So come join ChaosVania. Now fortunately I'm not using pretty much anything that you don't already have. So I'll kind of give like a general walkthrough of my philosophy, just to train you up on the quest. In fact, we might even take you to just the other quests just so you can learn them, because there are a lot of fun ones. And I think definitely not this week, but in the future, I want to go through in particular for the newer players of like, what quests should I do, how to go through those kinds of things, what classes should I pick. So at some point soon, I want to do a separate series. Some of it might be, oh, you're not, oh, I'm sorry, you're not level 80. My bad, hold on. For some reason, I thought you hit 80. Okay, change of plans. Do I need this character for very hard? No, this is still fine. I'll leave it as this character. Okay. My bad. For some reason, I thought you had hit it, but it was Calvitium and Murphy. 73. Okay, we'll still show you some stuff. In which case, I don't feel as bad going to Dark Falls. Because, I mean, this character can carry ultimate with one person, but that's not too bad. Okay, so let's try again. Oh, typed the name of it incorrectly. Let's mix it up a little. Okay, now you should be able to join ChaosVania. Perfect. So I don't see anybody in the chat saying that they're free, so I'm not going to wait in that scenario. We'll just keep going. But definitely if you're there, just shout out and we'll stop at any point. So let's talk a little bit about a quest called Towards the Future. I'll slow down for ChaosVania. I'm used to menuing quickly. So at the bottom, there's a section called VR. If you select it, you've seen Terrell's Ego. Now we're trying the topmost one. This one is very popular for going for the best shield in the game, Red Ring, so there's only a couple IDs that can get it. However, we're here to talk about how to clear the quest efficiently. So as soon as we enter this quest, the quest will start. There's no safe room, and the timer will go down. So what I like to do is I like to have a weapon that will kill things super fast. Hello, Arkuma. Hope you're doing well. If you're free, we'll probably get you in the next game. We're not going to go very far, I think. So I'm going to buff you because this is multiplayer, but the first target we kill is that Hildebeer. And as soon as we do that, we ignore everything else. Here's the rule about TTF. You don't bother killing anything other than the bosses. So Arkuma, please refresh my memory. What character are you looking to bring into the game? You're talking like a sub 80, high like 140. What are we talking about here? Because I know several people have brought in several characters, so it's not fresh in my mind. Okay, Rockcast. What level is the Rockcast? Rockcast is pretty good. Rockcast could definitely carry some things. Not at the moment. I'm helping ChaosVania go through very hard. I'm just showcasing a quest. I think in a little bit we'll do it. 62, that's actually perfect. He needs work. We'll be mixing it up a bit. So right now I'm just walking through. So anyway, we're at the dragon. If you got Spread Needle, spoilers, dragon gets absolutely butchered by Spread Needle. So for sure. In fact, you know what? We're gonna kill this boss and we're just gonna make another game and you can just join. We don't have to go all the way to the end. It's just very hard, it's fine. I'd rather have more people join at that point. And if you're looking for somebody to level, it's the perfect opportunity. Anyway, if the dragon does get off the ground, if you have a frozen shooter, use the special attack, dragon dead. Yeah, don't worry, you got a couple minutes. We'll check some items, then I'll make another game. The boss falling down can injure you. I'm not sure ChaosVania is aware of that, but I'll state that. It can kill you. It doesn't do a lot of damage, though. So yeah, we'll do a mix of, like, TTF and Episode 4. You know, to keep it a little fresh, because we've been grinded that MA4. Yeah, it's the game's big troll. So ChaosVania, for 2 minutes of gameplay, we got 7,800 something experience, which is funny. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and slash lobby. Gonna make the game again. And we're gonna get Arkuma in the game. It is actually sadly really efficient to just farm that dragon because the bosses are worth so much experience. But since we're rangers, we can do much more than that very easily. So let's do TTF. I keep typing it wrong. TTF2. Your login reset. Need a moment? Sure. We'll go to very hard. I'll call it TTF2. Take a look at my items. So, basically speaking, there's a couple of rooms that ChaosVania needs to know about, and there's kind of like an unspoken rule for how some of the rooms are handled. So as soon as we would have left that dragon room, whoever is first, whoever gets through the door first, usually will go all the way straight back. There's a fake wall. I always call it a hidden wall. I don't know why I call it that. There's a fake wall all the way at the back of the room, and going in there spawns an enemy to clear the room faster. Again, the name of the game is not to kill any enemies. It's to go through and just reach the bosses as quickly as possible. So I'll try to articulate when we hit those certain points. There's a little maneuver that people... Oh, that's right. I've played with that 65 character before. That name, it looks incredibly familiar to me. I forgot it was for you, Arkuma. That now makes sense. So anyway, let's start it all up again. Fresh start. I don't think we're waiting for anybody else. But this should be pretty easy with this many Rangers. Ranger with Spread Needle and even a minor buff is basically just OP. So again, we'll try to articulate through. So remember, your first task is to kill the giant Hildebeer. My job as a character that has buffs is just to buff you as soon as possible. Then we move on. Then there's a wave of Boomas. Technically, you could wait for a Booma that spawns near the door we first walk through. But I just feel from a time perspective, it's just faster to kill these, honestly. I'll also check boxes for photon drops. Because it's not a big time loss. Nice random rare. Love to see it. Hello, Calvitium. Hope you're doing well. We just started a TTF. So generally speaking, people that have debuffs will always prioritize that over anything else. In a 4-player game, you know, you could have 4 people damaging, or you could have 3 people dealing just a ton of damage. So I can Zalure the boss and just shoot it a couple times. We have a very special gun. I believe it's the LNK... Oh, is it 18 combat? I always forget the number. But anyway, it's a Gatling gun. It can't perform 3 attacks in a row. However, 1 attack will shoot 5 times. So if you get one with decent accuracy, it's a pretty good boss weapon. Thank you, Try, for giving the shout out. Had a bad day, we'll try to kill some virtual stuff to vent the frustration. Well, you're more than welcome to join. However, I did just restart the quest, so we'll clear at least this one. We're gonna do some variety, Calvitium, not just 4A and 4B, I mean. Ooh, I'm gonna go back for that Scape Doll. Speaking of which, that's why we always check the boxes at the back of the room. It can roll random items of green, so it could be Scape Dolls, which is somewhat useful. Or it could be a Photon Drop. None of the other boxes can become Photon Drops, so I legit always ignore them, I don't care. I'm just like, I never want them. So anyway, so we have our friend Arkuma checking the hidden path all the way in the back. Now we'll spawn this Evil Shark. Rest in peace, Evil Shark. Now this is a little bit of a tight maneuver. I usually prefer the pause menu trick. There's going to be Boomas that block your way, but if you wiggle just right, you can actually get by them every time. Or the equivalency of Booma. We'll call them cave Boomas. I mean, it's not inaccurate. Whether or not people kill them is really just dependent on how many people are in the match. I'll prefer to go into the next area just to keep the spawn going. That did not kill for some reason. That was awkward. Cave Boomer, something like that. Welcome, Tiggy. Hope you're doing well. I'd also get a shout out for Tiggy. Also streams many things, including PSO. So generally one person will wait behind. The other people can just go on ahead. They can kill slimes. They can mess around. Generally, if you're a cast that has fire traps, you'll go into the next area. Now, to save time, people could put a telepipe in the boss room, and I could use it to come back. I'm not going to force people to do it. So I killed my thing. It's more efficient. I just don't care. That's what the difference is. Like, I'll just join the group. It's fine. Oh, there is a ridiculous number of slimes here. But I appreciate the telepipe anyway. Sorry you're tired, Tiggy. Hopefully you'll get a chance to rest later. So we're just bringing people up from, I would say very hard at the moment, a little higher. We'll see how many people will end up joining. Looks like a lot of potential players in the game. So we're just waiting on Arkuma here. So here's the deal. I always hold forward at the start of the boss battle. I go to the corner of the raft, I debuff and spread needle. My strategy never changes, ever. I'll reapply buffs since I got time. Oh wait, hold on, this is very hard mode. That doesn't work in very hard mode. My bad. I told fibs. Very hard mode's a little weird. Instead of it getting a guaranteed spawn, it comes around to the other side. So sorry, chat, I'm a liar. Some bosses behave a little differently between difficulties, and I always forget about the stupid worm boss. Fortunately, it should beach itself eventually, and it should die almost instantly, honestly. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go to the corner like I said I was gonna do before, and we're gonna unload with spread needle. And because we're facing the same segments, you'll notice that it'll just take 1,000,000 damage and die. There's really nothing the worm boss can do against 3 rangers. Although I have to reapply buffs, I apparently missed our friend Arkuma here. Nice level up, love to see it. So in the mines, generally speaking, the first person in, if they're a cast, will either use a gun or they'll walk up and throw a confuse trap. I don't usually find these guys worth it. I'll always try to walk around them. The other people are meant to go around and deal with the Sinnoh. So if you're really fast, you could kill it before it leaps. Otherwise, you could bait it with the freeze trap near your position if you're a cast. Rangers have the option of choosing a frozen shooter to stop it from reaching you. And that's about it. So the next room, we're coming up against 3 Canadynes. I will always pause trick. You can do whatever you want so you don't target. But if you're strong enough, you can kill it before you get attacked. And then we just completely ignore this room. Now I'm going to wait a little bit. It's actually crucial not to go too far ahead of people in this room. Some people need to stay behind to kill the Sinnoh that spawns, and one person needs to go all the way through. So since I don't have traps, and we already have somebody potentially frozen shooter, excuse me, or spread needle, I'm going to go ahead and activate the Sinnoh. Depending on the difficulty or the party comp and or the section ID, sometimes we just kill the Sinnohs and leave. I don't super care about the drops. I guess we could just leave. I'll help people leave, though. I don't think they're worth it on very hard. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong. But we chose a random ID, so for me, I'm just gonna leave. I have no interest in them. So up next, we have an annoying group, so whoever's the cast needs to walk exactly how Arkuma's going, put down a freeze trap, and everybody else needs to stun lock them as best as they can. Up next, we have a dub chick. I prefer frozen shooter in certain party comps to stop it from moving if it's getting wailed on. But essentially, once that's dead, it's going to throw a switch down here on the side. We just need to hit the switch. And once we do, we just go straight to the boss room. I don't bother killing anything else. Sometimes people will throw traps, or if they're noticing they're too far ahead of people, they might throw a spell out or two. That's fine. Now, from this standpoint, it's usually a good point to apply buffs again. And now we're going to be fighting the computer virus. None of us are a force, so I guess it doesn't super matter. I'm not even sure if I have the highest ATP. It really depends on how well geared people are. But generally, the person with the highest ATP and has spread needle will go up and shoot the monitors. And then that's it. So I'm assuming my ATP is pretty sick. But we'll see. I'm capped for raw Marl, but that doesn't mean a lot. And everybody else will just kind of take pot shots at hopefully the red turrets. But they can shoot whatever, honestly. I don't think it matters most of the time. Goodbye. In fact, we've almost killed every monitor. Good job on dealing with the turrets. If the thing on the ceiling is shot down, we can't get shocked for taking too long. So it really just depends on how many people are there. Nice. It's already on the next phase. If you haven't figured it out, spread needle is basically always your weapon of choice. When in doubt, spread needle it out, chat. So this boss is super susceptible to the spread needle cheese. You can hit it with all 5 shots, and this boss just melts. Unfortunately, you can't debuff this boss, or else it would die even faster. But honestly, it just dies so quickly. Like, I almost feel bad for it. Like, it just can't even do anything. It's already over. Like, what a boss fight. 10 out of 10. So this next one... Oh, nice level ups. Good job, team. So this next one's a little tricky, and if people aren't prepared, it can actually mess up the patterns a little bit. So whoever is first into the next room needs to have either a frozen shooter or a freeze trap, because there's going to be a Darkbringer. That enemy is usually a really big problem in groups. So sometimes we even wait for people that have the freeze. So So basically, someone will try to explicitly go for the freeze. Like, in this case, I'll do it just because I'll be first in the room. And then, never had a spread field, but you want one though? I'm not sure. I might be able to hook you up. I don't know how many spares I have left. I gave out a lot of them. But anyway, once you freeze that, we just kill the Chaos Bringer, we leave. This one, there's a two-way split. Everybody should go to the left. I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, it's not a big deal. It's just, it's not as needed. Only one person needs to go to the right. The reason they do that is they need to come up to this platform to activate an enemy in the next room. The other two players can use a combination of freeze traps and or control things. Looks like it spawned out of range. And basically, they need to kill the sorcerer. That's the job of everybody on the left. Sometimes the people on the top can do it. Hello, Snow. Hope you're doing well. But first and foremost, that sorcerer needs to die. Otherwise, we can't progress. Goodbye, Chaos Sorcerer. So if you kill too many of them, it causes the doorway to get blocked, which is why I don't normally kill them. So I recommend on higher difficulties to just freeze trap and move on. I'll try to keep everybody a little bit healed. I think that looks like a guilty light. That is probably my favorite weapon. Not because it's efficient, I just love it. I wish the, what is it, Photon Mazer was better. I used Red Scorpio for a while. They're all the same weapon type. So we don't fight anything here. Everything's skippable. Just move on. He's using something called the Bringer's Arm, which causes demons. I gave ChaosVania a demon laser, which is similar. So let's talk about strategy. So the Force in the party should probably throw fireballs. Otherwise, people need to have a weapon that will not keep them stationary for long, but does high damage. Weapons include Heaven Striker, a good sniper. Spread Needle, if you're really over-leveled, is fine. But basically, you do not really want to root your character in place. You want to be mobile, maybe take a pot shot and hit the spinners. So, fortunately, the females have access to something called Last Swan, which absolutely bodies these. There's a male equivalency for called Master Raven, and it's pretty solid. But otherwise, if you mess around and you don't try to actively avoid the spinners, it's very easy to die here. And even for people that are used to it, they can sometimes give you a bad spin where they just literally track you when you try to walk out, which is really unfortunate. As I said before, the Force will try to throw Gafoes. I don't really want to do that with this character, so I'm just going to stick to gun. Even though I think her MST is probably high enough for very hard. Although her Gafoe can only go to 20, so mixed feelings. I mostly just want duration more than range. Okay, so for this phase, the Force will debuff. Everybody else needs to focus on one of the heads. The head that's usually in the center of the arena shoots spinners. So one person will just elect to be Spread Needle and or Mech Gun to deal with them. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the equivalency of taking care of the spinners, because I can still deal damage while crowd controlling them. And basically, whatever your highest target DPS is. Unfortunately, this boss isn't really susceptible to things like Spread Needle. It's good for dealing with the spinners on this phase, because you can hit the boss and also deal damage. Mech guns are kind of similar. Well, anyway, fortunately this phase is over. Now, welcome to RNG, chat. Which way will she go? Left, right, nowhere, back, loop around? Who knows? But anyway, if the boss dips down after it moves, that's your signal to go to either side of the boss and not be dead in front of it. Dead in front of it is almost guaranteed to get hit. So like when it dipped down there, I'm gonna walk to the side to dissuade it. I also go in the pause menu, so that way I can not target anything that appears. Okay, so it's attacking again. I'll try to heal people. Oh, Very Hard is so kind to us, it doesn't even do spinners. What a polite boss, chat. We don't have to deal with like any of the nonsense. So this is the other pattern. For human characters, they'll be put in slow-mo. Casts are completely immune to that slow-mo. Gotta love the RNG. So that's the big time for you to strike, when it goes up instead of down. Now for this one, everybody should run forward and just try to hit it a couple times, and then eventually congregate. The goal is to be together, so that way revives and things like that are a bit more convenient. I could just barely debuff. Now, when it's in this rainbow form, it can't be damaged by anything other than elemental attacks. So if you did have something like Foe, you can strike it, but if it's like this currently, it'll flicker between targetable and not targetable. Then you can damage it. My recommendation is to not worry about reviving people while the boss is in a place where you can target it. Okay. If chat stands behind me, I should be able to body block without an issue. Once the boss goes down to half health, it'll go to the next phase. We did not put it at half health, so we got this phase again. So get ready to get your best sniper on. As I said before, the focus is when you can hit it, do damage. And then when you can't, that's when you reapply buffs. Otherwise, you can't do anything. The chat should probably get behind me. There we go. That way you don't have to worry about that attack. You can dodge it. It's just annoying. It's easier on very hard than it is the other difficulties. I don't even bother dodging on other difficulties. So now we come up to the fun parts. Whoever's Soul Link takes damage. So I just like to say rest in peace, whoever's Soul Link. I'm so sorry. Well, anyway, I'm gonna revive you. We're not waiting another cycle if we can avoid it. Oh, bad luck. Bad luck, chat. Whatever. At least it should die this cycle. It's also RNG how many times the boss bounces, by the way. Sure. I don't know who this is targeting, but if it's me, I probably won't die. Okay. So we got something called the Milo Eula buff. So this should do insane damage. Okay. I'm gonna just Foey this thing to death. I don't feel like waiting. So unfortunately, it's generally faster to just let the other player die. It's just one of those facts of life. You can play around it if people are really picky about the synchro, but it's not usually worth the time loss. But anyway, we should be getting a decent amount of XP from this, and we'll see who's available to play. So I think we'll be doing a little bit of episode 4. I'll bring in a force. Okay. An okay amount of XP. I think the only downside, I think ChaosVania has enough health. I'm not sure if our Kumba can survive the quest I was going to suggest. I'm thinking about an alternative. Yeah, we'll do some episode 4. I was gonna say, if you have any heavenly HP, now would be the time to use it for episode 4. Do I have a spare spread needle? No? Looking like no. At least not on this character. I might have one in my share bank, but I think this is supposed to go to another character. I'll do a rain check for it. I have to sit there and compare my spread needles. 25-25 isn't terrible, but I'll think about it. It's easier to sacrifice the partner. It's not worth the time loss of shooting slow if players have low health while leveling them. Otherwise, it's like a minute and a half extra per loop that you miss. When the quest is only 16 minutes long, absolutely not worth it. Well, anyway, I have like 1 million scape dolls. I'll just give it to the 2 of you. Just split however you want. I'll put like 2 and 2, I guess. That'll help for the future. Yeah, this character accumulates them. I almost never die with her unless we're doing like shenanigans and multiplayer. So anyway, I'll hand in the quest. Let's see what they say. Were they impressed? No. No luck with the principal.
You're wide open!
Thank you for following Thomas with a lot of numbers. I always get concerned. I mean, you could... when I see that, I think bot account, but who knows? Oh, no, real person. Welcome. You have no idea. We had to fight the surge off a couple weeks ago. It's quite something. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. I'll play a force to speed things up. Fellow PSO Blueburst user, nice. Yeah, we're just playing on the Ephinea server right now, helping people level. So I'm gonna go ahead and Alt backspace out of existence. You know what? I kind of need to level one of my other characters too. I've been neglecting some of my low levels. So I'll make the game. So I'm not sure who's interested and able. If Calvitium wants to join a very hard, it's up to Calvitium, for example. That is a character look. We'll play a little bit of red. How do you get the admins to work? I'm not sure what you mean by admins. You're good for at least one more round? Okay, ChaosVania. What do you mean add-ons? If you mean add-ons... Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, my brain was parsing. I'm like, wait a minute, you could be on the phone. I'm on the same wavelength there. So there is on the Discord, I have a folder of everything that I have and the instructions on how to install. 1 second. We'll do episode 4 BtH. I have to think about the quest, what would be fun for the team. We'll do very hard, that's fine. So there is a link. I don't have it offhand, but if you go to I'll even plug the Discord real quick. So there are links there. Chat can even well, actually chat can't. Links are banned. On the Discord, there's a link to the different add-ons that are available. There's a couple for things like graphics or monster reader or things of that nature. From there, you need DLL files. Those are libraries in order to get it to run, and you need something known as the Visual C++ distributable for 2015. And from there, that will be enough to get the add-ons to run. So as soon as you put that in literally a folder called add-ons, that's all you really need to do. Just making sure you have that prerequisite library and everything else. It's probably the tricky part. So for people not playing on Windows, I'm not sure what to tell you. I would put a big question mark. I've never tried, for example, like a Stream Deck. like I've seen people saying or not Stream Deck, but the Stream/Steam handheld. Steam Deck, I guess. But otherwise, fairly simple. I will very briefly click my Discord to add a link. So either the Discord or start looking at the add-ons that are available there. And that's all you really need. From there you can use the tilde command in order to toggle on or off. Oh, did you want to join ChaosVania? Game's up. Guess I'll put on Blue Merge. It's a Ziggy. BtH something, or episode 4 something, Ziggy. I don't know why, but the fact it's an online game, you'll sacrifice a partner. There we go. I forget, chat, I just put in random things. If you've seen my single player games, they have the most absolute nonsense titles. That's how you know I'm playing single player. Yeah. I just put in the most just ridiculous stuff. I roll my hand across the keyboard every time. But glad you're doing well, Snow. I will not sacrifice the party, but I will look. Oh, I can't look at the quests. Let me think. Is there something I want to do differently? While I'm waiting for people to join the counter. Calvitium is here. Actually, this could work. Why don't we do this quest? Enrich your life. So this is a little mix-up. So if you want to do, we'll call it the normal boss run of this. Not Point of Disaster, but a new quest. There's a massive attack called Massive Attack 4E. The names are ridiculous. It's okay if you forget, just ask me, but the Massive Attack E allows you to fight a boss at the end. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Actually, I think it's safe to go in the first room. I'll wait in the first room for everybody. Yeah, it won't start until everybody's ready. So this one has like a fairly high number of enemies, and it has like a good mix. As I said before, I like doing this for boss rares. If all I'm looking for is rare boss, though, I think Point of Disaster is better because it's faster. But if I'm just looking for overall kills, it's got a good mix. I'm actually gonna go back for a couple of merges. Seem to not have them on me. Just in case we get nonsense, I get chambered in or something. Otherwise, I'll be like almost literally useless. So we'll take the Storm Wand and the 3 seals. Welcome back. And there should be one more merge. Oh, I don't see it in here. Question mark? Did I not take the Rafoi merge? I'm guessing not. I mean, it's not a big deal either way, it's just very hard, but I was just curious. At least I have 3 seals. That'll be my backup for when things go horribly wrong. Normally, I'm excited to see Lightning, because Lightning is usually very easy to kill in multiplayer for the boss weakness, but... Sorry, you just got mail. Alright, let's get everybody buffed. So we're going to start off with some Rappies into some Zoos. So, enjoy Spread Needle. How to play Ranger. Spread Needle everything until you can't reach it. Hello, spread out Sand Rappies. I don't usually worry about spooking them. I just want to get this wave over with. Just kind of whatever. Random Infantry Mantle? Sure, I'll pick it up for no reason. And then we got a squad over here. Spread Needle, Charge Arm, all those. Super solid. I got a little preemptive on that. So there's dudes above us. I have them stun locked. So take your time, or I'll kill them, because we're Barda dumb. So eventually we're going to be dealing with a Dwarfon near where our Kuma is. So chat might want to move a little closer to me, just in case. Got like a couple more waves before it happens, but expect every room to end in a Dwarfon at some point. Calvitium, I think, played a little bit of Lacrimosa, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's the Dwarfon. Goodbye, Dwarfon. How to play, get disc, stay back, and spam attack and rhythm. I mean, not wrong. On the phone right now, no worries. I think our team can mostly carry as needed. We got Calvitium, the almighty tank at the moment. Although I gotta heal him. Use the repair skill. So we're gonna get 3 waves of these Buddhas, 1 of each element. So pretty easy initial clear. Again, none of these waves are particularly hard, and they're like the perfect number for Spread Needle, which is why I even kind of like it for Ranger, honestly. We got our friendly neighborhood Astarks, who I'm just gonna hopefully freeze loot both of. Nice. Put out some Gafoi for the Satellite Lizard. Poor things. Oh, by the way, ChaosVania, the Girasol you got earlier works well on them. Unfortunately, I'm kind of strong, so they die very quickly. But on Ultimate, it's probably more important to swap into it. That's just an FYI for you. Eventually, Dwarfon should appear. It might be after the triple Astar. Yeah, unfortunately, by the time I got out of work, Calvitium had stopped streaming. I was excited to see his impressions of East, as I'd recommended that game to him. Hopefully he's enjoying it. Oh, the Girasol is murdering that Dwarfon. Rest in peace. Chat has the right idea. Girasol is a pretty good close range damage dealer. It's really fun. I don't like the special on it that much unless you're going for low health shenanigans. But the normal and power attacks are so sick. So anyway, we're gonna continue down to the south. We did do it. So we have ChaosVania at 74. We got 66 for Arkuma. Oh, I forgot to ask Arkuma, did you have a mag? Like a leveled mag? Or is this like a fresh character? So here's like my favorite wave in the game. There's so many Rappies. And they're worth so much experience. Wow, that Girasol destroyed them. Like, if I were not insanely overleveled, Girasol would have a big purpose. In Ultimate, that thing is the lifesaver for Rangers. Tomorrow you're gonna stream a lot, Calvitium? Fortunately, I don't think I'll be able to catch it. I'll be busy, I think, most of the day. Try to catch the VOD, though. You play PSO Blue Burst in 10 hours, so 9 a.m. UK. I was gonna say, 10 hours for me would be, like, what, 5 in the morning? That would be super brutal. Why does the Vibrata have so much range? Well, you see, Tiggy, they decided that things don't have to make sense and hitboxes are an absolute lie. So, oh yeah. Oh, have you seen the Rafoe range, Tiggy? This, like, I'm hitting both Dorphons while not looking at the other one. This thing is also dumb. Glad I found more people to play with. Well, it seems there's a pretty big interest. I'm assuming some people have come from shoutouts on either Spooky Stream or Nerd Josh, or maybe they see me playing with other people, or maybe they just look at the Ephinea server and see somebody streaming. I'm not really sure. But hey, we get people. Or maybe they literally look up the words Ephinea. But I'm happy to play with people. Anyway, this next wave is a joke. It's, oops all, Gafoe. There's a point in PSO2 it had infinite range. I feel sad about PSO2, chat. I do feel very sad. It was unfortunately not for me. This wave's always kind of interesting. I think they split it up so that if you're playing in groups, like somebody can handle the lightning, somebody can handle the zoo. I do actually like this room a lot, although I will warn people that haven't played the quest before. It's gonna end with a pause, I think, after Quadra Astark into Quintuple Dorphon, and that wave is kind of gross. So I'm gonna try to protect you with some Gafoes. Hello, Travis. Hope you're doing well. Looks vaguely familiar. This is Massive Attack 4E, so we'll fight the boss at the end. Figured we mix it up a little. Still get tickets, too. Played Blue Burst in May 2020, still going on 3 years. I think I started in 2018. It's been a while. Pretty sure. I had, like, the anniversary events from that. So here's another really awesome wave when you have a lot of people. People can just pick whatever they want, and it works. So even I won't be able to efficiently kill it as a force, because there's too many. Okay, so just to warn the chat, I think we're coming very close to the Murder Dorphon wave. So as soon as this wave is dead, I'm going to be spamming Gafoe. There might be one Zoo wave in between. It's been a little while since I ran it, but we're very, very close to Dorphon. I will put it that way. It might be Zoos here. Oh no, it looks like Dorphon. Okay. Oh, chat was very far away from me. Rest in peace, chat. Well, I will still spam the Gafoe, which will weaken everybody. That should make everybody's life much easier. Yeah, I'd like to mix it up a little. It has one of my favorite rooms in the game. I think so. Where's it? I'm thinking of another Massive Attack where I get to manip the zoos. It's like the only thing I learned how to do well. Like there's just one room, chat. I just look forward to it in every single one. Oh, nice level up, 67, ChaosVania 75. So all I look forward to is that triple zoo room. Because I know how to make the enemy go into a very specific pattern every time I enter the room. This is not that room, though. I gotta wait for people. I'm actually gonna go here. Killing them would not make any sense, given they need to level. So I'll just wait. So until everybody's here. There we go, let's go in. So I think it's not this room, but the next room that has my favorite spawn. Be off chat because my phone gonna die, I'm gonna be on stream, so... Okay. Well, sorry to hear your phone's gonna die. Hopefully you get that charged. Yeah, again, it's like a reasonable pattern. It's not like the craziest XP ever until the boss. But I do enjoy it a lot. Ooh, chat is all over them. Thank you, chat. Ooh. Joke's on the Marissas. I still have a couple fireballs out. Sorry, Marissas. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep stacking Defoe. I think there's a Rappy wave. Yeah, Rappy wave. I remember there's like one spot I have to stand so they don't run. It's the only other thing I remember about the quest. And we should be coming up to Girder Baloo, I think, very soon. But unfortunately, Satellite Lizards, rest in peace. May you eat the Foe for all eternity. There's our Girder Baloo. You're on mobile Twitch. Welcome, Murphy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think ChaosVania said they had to go in a little bit, so you're more than welcome to hop in after that point, I think. And or we'll have some general rotation. Hopefully you're doing well, Murphy. I almost couldn't tell the name difference. On my screen, they were both blue. Oh, my favorite room of the game. Yeah, there we go. So the trick with this room, for people that don't know it, or people might do it unintentionally and not realize it, if you don't walk dead center out of the room, if you just take 1 or 2 steps to the left, every single time, you will get the dive bomb from the Zeus. And I love it. I love this room so much. It's the only thing I learned completely on my own. The manip is real. It is so consistent. There is no RNG to it. If you do the same path every time, they will always dive bomb. And your reward is a easy Rabarda kill as solo force. And it makes me smile. I love that room. Might be a run after this. Yeah, I think you got some time, Murphy, so if you want to play a game or two while waiting, I will say that you are more than welcome to do it. I'm not sure if there's other people that are waiting to join. I just know these are the people that happen to pop on. But you might be able to get some people that are in the chat right now to hop in and level. Nice level. Because I figure this would be a good hub for people looking for games, if nothing else, while waiting. Why do I only have 5 Trifluid? Did I not restock? Uh-oh. Well, sorry, Rappies. Just perish instantly. No mercy. Where's the Girder Baloo? There's the Girder Baloo. That's how you know the room's almost done. It's like, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just throw this at you. Speaking of which, let's get people rebuffed. Oh, out of range. Everybody is kind of spread apart. Let me deal with the zoo. What the? How did that not have Calvitium? There we go. I'm gonna put a little Gafoe out for our Rappy friends. I sadly probably need those dye fluids. Yeah, that's good enough. You see Dumpling is Dumpling? For sure. So we're actually almost at the end of the quest, if you can believe it. The Girder Baloo do die to demons. I will respond to that comment in that way. Demons is amazing. Photon Drop, also amazing. Oh, I don't know why I did that. If I was paying more attention, I should have Gazonded while they were close. That was a misplay on the quest. But I'll get the alternate stun lock, that's fine. If I'm really close together, I could just Rabarda from roughly the center of the room every time as well. So this is also why I have the Ice Merge. This quest actually has a fairly high number of enemies that are weak to ice back-to-back. Gafoe is also pretty good here for stacking. There's also a decent number of Satellite Lizards and the Baristas and stuff like that. XP week grinding is much more boring than getting disappointed drops. Need to farm Remarl. Oh, those aren't bad. But for now, it's rare drop until Saturday. So it'll swap over at Eastern Standard Time. It would be 7 p.m. on Saturday. So it depends on how far your time zone is off from the Greenwich Mean Witch time, or whatever. The UK time zone. Drop rate is 25%? Yeah. The standard. Oops, out of TP. That was awkward. So as I said before, getting close to the end. I'll pick up a couple of these. Nah, it's on Saturday, I'm pretty sure. So this is the final room before the bosses. I forget if this is the double Girder-Bulu finish or single Girder-Bulu finish. They like to reuse this room in 2 different massive attacks, and I always forget which is which. But they have very similar spawns. I guess it makes sense because they're massive attacks. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it chill. Slowly level this character, because she needs levels for my solo play stuff. Eventually there'll be zoos, you know, just classic mix 'em up. ChaosVania at a nice 75. I'm gonna debuff the Goron so chat doesn't die. Chat almost instantly deleted that Goron detonator. I'm assuming a Demons was involved or some nonsense. 1 hour Sunday starts the new boost. Yeah, for me it's 7 p.m. Saturday, because I'm behind England's time zone. But it's definitely XP. This time I promise it's XP. We'll heal everybody. Chat is just destroying them. Good job, chat. Lots of damage. Get a couple of Gapoes out. Again, it might be double. Oh, it's only single for the finale? Wow, this is the easy mode version of this room. Okay. Normally it's Girder-Bulu on either side, which is actually pretty terrible. But, no, we got the easy ending. So we're gonna go to the boss. So I will say, rest in peace to, our poor Rockcast friend. This boss damage is pretty high. What I would recommend is for people to stay near the start so they don't get hit by the spinners. And I will trigger it. I don't think we need to PB. You guys should be fine. Doesn't Rockcast have the most health? He only has 427. Everybody else is 730, 655, and I'm at 932. Oh yeah, so we got the standard St. Million. I believe its spinner weakness is fire. So as long as people aren't super close to me, they should be fine. If you go too far, the thing circling the arena, aka the boss you're seeing right now, will hurt you. Can't see the player reader. So I gotta be a little careful here. I'll put out Gapoe to make it a little safer for chat. But I think then I gotta chain it. Oh, that was annoying. It hit me. So now we gotta run over to the tail, which I think is weak to lightning. Indeed it is. Ooh. That got bodied. Rest in peace. Oh, I got bodied. Rest in peace to me as well. Spinner's double hitting is so stupid, chat. What the? That was weird. I got moved by the game briefly. Get away. Alright, let's stop it from doing things. Chat, unfortunately, I think missed some spread needle shots, but I think we're good. Alright, so let me reapply buffs to everybody. So what I would recommend, if you want an easy boss clear and you don't want to die, just let me go solo the boss. Eventually, I will let you know, most of you could probably stay behind, but you still have to dodge. So I'm going to walk to where I want you to go for people staying behind. There's this big crystal in the middle of the room. If you walk to, let's say, about where I am now, You just have to look out for spinners, so just move a little bit so in case something spawns, you can dodge it. But the boss should resurface around that point. When the boss resurfaces at that point, you should be able to kill the boss insanely quick. Now, because I'm a force coming into this, I'm able to apply damage equally to its 4 cores. So we can actually skip a phase, and chat can cheese the final phase by just being there. It did missiles to me. Excellent. That's what I want to see. Oh, ice. Ice. Okay. Actually, it's going to be a little harder. I might miss the phase slightly. So just be careful, chat, if anybody comes my way. It can hit you. Hello, giant laser. So it's halfway dead already. I want to make sure I hit it at a good cycle. Oh, I got knocked over. That is so unfortunate. Had I not got knocked over there, I think it would have been fine. I could have got 2 Rebardas. So chat, just pop whatever you can. Unfortunately, I missed one of the things I definitely needed to hit. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to revive the chat. That was my bad. It'll probably kill everybody, unless you mag blast through it. Oh? Chat iframes? Good iframes. I respect that. I think you dodged it. Yeah, good dodge, chat. So anyway, the boss is now over here. We just gotta do a little bit more. The boss is literally 1 hit from death. Just look out for the laser. I'm gonna revive real quick. I think I killed the boss, at least for the next phase. So just run away and be careful. If you're far away from the crystal, it's less likely. It's gonna do less damage to you. Okay, everybody survived that time. It's even with me messing it up a little bit due to it being ice and a little jank. I think we're still fine. Boss is almost dead. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't get the movement. I feel so sad. If I had mag blasted or gotten hit at the same frame the boss dies, I can move around during this cutscene. It makes her hat jiggle. I live for that, chat. I live for the random nonsense flittering on the character. It's very funny when you got like the I don't even know what to call them. I guess the puppy bits. So not too bad. And again, it's like the equivalency of TTF, but it's just like more enemies to kill. That boss is a little tricky to survive without a heavenly HP, but it looks like chat, for the most part, has way more than enough health. And you still get tickets from it too, which is sick. So I would just grind this when I'm playing solo force. So ChaosVania all the way at 76. We got our Kuma at 68, Calvitium at 98. I feel like Calvitium was at 97, so I think even Calvitium leveled. I could be lying though. Calvitium can fact check me on the spot. What the? Oh, do I still have mono fluid? Get out of here. I didn't mean to pick you up at any point. Silly mono fluid. You're even worse on lower difficulties. So I might as well just play this character again. Nice, did level. I'm not a total liar, chat. Just unintentionally wrong often. So let's get rid of Infantry Manual. It doesn't offer any bonuses. It's not useful to give to new players either. Unless I have 4 slots, but even then, super questionable. So ChaosVania, was that your final run, just for clarity? Because I know we were talking about that potentially being the final. ChaosVania says they're leaving. Well, thank you for joining us, ChaosVania. Otherwise, we're going to make a couple more games, at least on very hard. So let's go ahead and cash out. Nice. And I actually got surprisingly close to leveling. on very hard. Episode 4 is just so silly. Like 78,000 experience for that low effort. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to do that in single player. So she just needs like 4 more levels, and I think I'll feel good with her in multi in terms of damage and ultimate. I'm just like missing the damage thresholds by like just a tiny amount. Like literally in some cases 10 damage total. Like if I just did 10 damage in 4 casts, like across 4 casts I mean, then it would be enough. So getting past that threshold would be helpful. So I guess we'll do another episode 4. I'm just thinking what to do. So thank you ChaosVania for joining. So we got a free slot. So we'll go for very hard. This time I'll put my name in it, I promise this time, chat. Let's go ahead and make it again. Yeah, like the sad thing is like very hard still gives like a decent amount of XP for characters up until like maybe like 110 or so. I think the intent for sure is to kind of grind it out on very hard, and then you just kind of go, okay, now Forest is free and Dragon is free and everything else is free. So we'll wait to see who's available. We'll give Calvitium some time. Could join if you want. Sure. I'm not seeing people saying to hold the spot or whatever. Oh, there's Calvitium. I was gonna say, do you have a new character? Bringing in a high-level character. Johnny Rico. Ah, 44. Okay. Sure thing, Travis Zappa. Let's get you some levels. Bia Murphy, just let us know. I do feel bad. Eventually, I do want to play with you. What to do? Oh, don't worry. We'll carry. We have all the damage. Don't worry about it. And we still get decent XP. I'm like vaguely curious about this one. I'm vaguely curious. No, chat, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's see what 4R is all about. I don't even know if I run... I run C. I used to run A. Now we've been doing a lot of B. What is R? Let's find out together. I'm assuming the R is for random. As in the either the areas are random or the monsters are random. There are a handful of a handful of quests that are created custom for the server. And they implement things like random enemy spawn. We've played, I think it was Solstice Snafu during the Christmas event, where the enemies, there would be certain set spawns and others weren't. That is an interesting teleport. Let's buff everybody up. I should probably figure out where my Rifoi went to, Rifoi merge I mean, but I don't need it at the moment, fortunately. So far this is starting out like a normal massive attack. I guess some things never change, chat. You're here for reals. Oh, ew, commercial break? Sorry you're getting an ad. I did try to run them at the beginning of the stream to reduce them, but it probably wore off, unfortunately. It'll be back eventually. Go ahead and just spam some Gafoi here. Easy peasy. Soul Animators and a star. I might pick up the star. There will be bloodshed. Reminding me very briefly of Metal Gear Rising. Goodbye, those random enemies. You know what? I'll throw away that one. I see yes. It looks like it was an intended reference. Nice. I'm gonna let you know, chat, I do not usually get a lot of references. I am terrible at acronyms. So it's a rare moment where I understood it. You like Raiden, dumb fun stuff? The game could be amusing. Power material, yes please. Tri-fluid, we're gonna go with a yes please. Telepipe, we're gonna go with a get out of my inventory. You would have if you didn't throw your prime stuff at GDQ. Well, no worries. As long as it goes to a good cause, and you take advantage of prime if you happen to have prime. That is all I could really ask for. Goodbye, Zoo. Actually, you know what I haven't done in a while? I haven't gifted my own channel in quite some time. We did some gift subs earlier. Maybe I will just gift random subs. I think we're overdue, chat. Although I'm not in the right mode to do it. I'll have to see if I could do it on my phone or something. We'll celebrate all that is PSO. Oh hey, a new wave. This is more like C, I think. I love this because if you're up on the hill, they just can't see you at all. This is Ranger Heaven. If you want to kill things so easy, it's 4C, or apparently R also has this. Like, look at them. They can't find you. They're just gonna spin for all eternity. You could be anywhere. You could even be on the hill killing them. They'll never know. On which quest is this? We're doing a massive attack. We chose R, which is presumably R for random runes. But it's taking some of the rooms that are very common in 4C, which is why I used to run 4C. Exactly. Like, this to me, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely 4C. I ran a lot of 4C when I first started. So I figured, you know, we'll give some variety, because people are probably tired of seeing B over and over again. Another photon drop, wow. It's out of control, chat. All these happy rappies, blissfully unaware of the impending inferno about to greet their faces. So I'm gonna pull them together. I think they're worth actually nuking. So we're gonna be getting a mix of zoos soon, just so chat is aware. So just be on the lookout. Otherwise, we're gonna go back to Ice World. Level 69, nice. We got 45 for our ranger friend. Calvitium slowly gaining some XP. I'm gonna go ahead and nuke that satellite lizard. We'll heal up the Ramaro. The benefit of playing Phone New World is if our team's fairly damaging, like we have a Calvitium, we got a Rockcast, I could play more supportive. It's fine. It's for the best. Like, somebody gets hit there, I can full heal. I mean, I heal 900 health, it's basically a full heal for everybody. Oop, wrong heal. That is not the heal button. I need to swap that later. One day I'll learn, chat. Goodbye. How much is this gonna do, by the way? That is not who I'm looking at. Game, please. Barda, please. I really don't want it to auto-target. I just wanted to see how much my Ice Staff with Ice Merge would do to an Astark, but I got denied. There we go. 690 on the Zoo is pretty solid. Give 3 hit. Anyway, I think we're coming up to Dorphon soonish, if I remember. I mean, I don't think I've played this in like a year, but I did play this a lot. Yeah. I felt in my heart of hearts we were gonna get Dorphon. Rest in peace. Let's revive you. Get more Gaboe out. I'm such a nice person, says Try. Flattery from the mod. Thank you, Try. But yeah, we're just looking to help people out, and I think the intent is, like, I've always wanted to have a game to kind of share with the audience. Like, we do some Hades, we do some other things, but to, like, actually play with the chat has been a little bit trickier. It needs to be something that either has its own server, or it has to be, like, turn-based, for example. It's gonna be a little rough. I'm gonna reapply buffs once we're done with this wave, I think. I just want to make sure the Dorphons are dead. There we go. This is a very Ice Wand-centric wave. Yeah, and it's because it has its own server, and it's not, like, super difficult to pick up. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to potentially master. There's a lot of little nuance with the controls. Good menuing is rewarded. Memorizing waves is also rewarded. I'm not good at that because I play too many maps. And I also have long gaps between gameplay normally. But yeah, we're gonna protect people from dive bombs, hopefully, while doing some damage. I did 608. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Hello, the quintuple Dorphon. I'm expecting some dead characters at some point. I threw Meme Gid by accident, chat. If that had killed a Dorphon, I would have lost it. Ooh, chat's burning me out of reverser stuff. Where is my reverser? Oh no, it's not at the normal menu spot. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, I'm down to 4. I'm gonna need chat's assistance on the moons. Yeah, I'll revive in a little bit. This is probably the hardest wave of the thing, so once we get past this, this is fine. However, I do need to fix this. This is not acceptable. Where is this command at? Yeah, you need to be at the top. I do not want to look for a reverser. I was like, where is the default position? Who knows? Okay, so it's gonna take us somewhere random, presumably. So where will you take us now? Okay. Oh, well, this is very massive. This is also massive attack, C, even though I selected R. Okay. I guess we'll see if the door beyond is the same, I guess. My control 0's reverser. Oh, that's true. I'm used to just quick menuing it, though. I gotta relearn to use reverser there. Isn't that B, or do they split after? All of them, I think, have the same room. It's where they... I think I killed with Meme Gid by accident while menuing. Where I think it makes a difference is the next room. This room is the same in A, B, and C, to my knowledge. All of them have it. Here, I'm not sure what to expect. Is it going to be 4 Gorons, 3 Satellite Lizards into Marissa? Is that what it's going to do? Or is it going to be Gorons plus Rappy? Well, okay, well, this is feeling very much like B now. We'll see. Is it going to be Marissa next wave? Is it following B's route now? Nice level ups. So it's looking very much like B. So maybe it swaps between A, B, and C randomly. Maybe that's what the randomness is. So we definitely had C's intro, but this is definitely B's waves. So if it is B's room, if I go to the far end over there, then it should spawn the enemies. Let's see, chat. Is this literally B? No. Okay. So what random hallway advances the plot? Is it this one? Ooh, I got strong each time. It's the far left. Thank you, chat, for helping me with that. Chat. I had 2 chances. I failed all of them. Never let me gamble, chat. It never ends well. Gamble luck actually 0. I dump luck stat, chat. It's all over. Where is the lone rappy? Oh my gosh, game please. There we go. See, that reminds me a little bit of C, actually. So maybe it is still C. Now that I think about it. Get a little debuff action going on. Oh, silly rappies, get out of here. Oh, I was wondering where they were. They were paralyzed. It's like, what is happening? My material, I'll pick that up soon. Goodbye, Marissa's. Hello, lone Gertabulu, surrounded by angry players. Rest in peace. Chat already demoning him like a million times. Didn't stand a chance. Can't even run away, chat. He never leaves his spot. It's all over. Well, I picked up another moon. Nice. So do I go through the middle door? Chat says yes. Chat. So I could have picked up another dye fluid. I am like low-ish. Actually, hold on. If this is like C, isn't there a healing circle here? Question mark. No. I mean, there's items there. I'll still open them. There we go. Muscle memory tells me reversers at the top of the list. That's all I know. So if this is like C, this won't be the final room. It'll go into like the ring arena that normally leads to the boss. And that'll have like 7 million Gertabulu. Or more accurately, probably like 5, but it feels like 7 million compared to some of the other quests. Chat is absolutely massacring them. Goodbye, Zoo. So what I'll do, we'll probably split our forces a little bit. I'm gonna very gradually make my way over there. Can I hit them with Rafoe from here to assist the team? So we out of range. Rafoe, please. Rafoe, please. Thank you. Man, I have to be like super close for it. Infantry mantle, nice. Get some revives going for the people that braved the journey over here. Let's get a reverser going for our other friend. Yeah, let's get some buffs on everybody. Eventually, I think the enemies will swap sides, so it'll be a temporary journey. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to snipe Rafoe. Oh. Oh, that canceled my tri-fluid usage. I feel kind of sad. I was in the middle of menuing and it went no. Rest in peace. Well, I still got the tri-fluid eventually. Actually, that's all that matters. Where is Calvitium? Oh, Calvitium's taking a little ride in the middle. I was gonna buff him, but it's a little risky. There we go. And Calvitium hit 98. Or 99, I mean. He was at 98, is what I meant to say. So he's just getting stronger and stronger for solo play. And or ultimate. Hopefully Calvitium gets an accuracy every single level. Unlikely to happen, but you can hope. So we're gonna come through here, and this should be the ring room, if I remember correctly. It shouldn't be the S room, it should be ring, right? Oh, bones into ring room, my bad. So yeah, this is pretty much like C then, I guess. Goodbye. Yeah, we've got a nice little debuff going, so everybody's a little safer. Leave some Gothoes out for the next wave, because even I don't really remember it. I actually leveled. Congratulations. Nice, thank you, team, for reviving. Accuracy +1. I got a real level up, chat. I did it. I am the victor. Oh, that's right. Goron detonator into Vertibulu. Alright, so I'll crowd control some of the detonators. Wait, chat doesn't have to worry as much. Chat can just murder that Gertabulu. As I will not be as good as Chat is at killing it. I do decent damage, but not like game-breaking amounts. Okay, let's revive Calvitium. Get some buffs reapplied, and we'll keep going. Yeah, this quest can be quite long, but I still like it. Oh, is this the zoo room? Can I do it? Nah, I still get both of them though. Okay, so that I wasn't sure if they would spawn in front or not. This one is not my it's close to my favorite room. I think if I had walked a little more left than my normal manip, it would have worked. It's the same principle, but instead of spawning in front, they spawned it on the side, so I needed to go more left than before. Cool, out of range of the revive. That was awkward. Team apparently out of skip dolls. Let's revive. And heal and buff. Get a debuff, keep people safe. Huh? Oh, out of range. Let's buff the other players. There we go. Quest is worth 55k so far. Pretty good. Rappies on other sides of the room for no reason. Thank you, Rappies. Goodbye, Rappies. What a weird room. It's kind of the is what it is category. Getting a little low on fluids. I got 5. Isn't too terrible. Ah, this should be the final room. So we're gonna loop around. And we're gonna fight Gertabulus like every 3 waves or so. Nice level up. So just get ready. I don't know if this is the one where we go in a solid loop or if we take a half circle and then we go backwards, but I'm expecting some Gertabulu after this, chat. I'm just warning you. I will go in front to try to pull its ire. That way chat can body it. I had a feeling. 10 levels ultimate, indeed. I'm going in, chat. This is for you. It's slowly turning towards me. It's trying really hard. Okay, I stalled as long as possible. Nice paralyze. And dead. So there's a triple zoo here. I remembered where to stand. I did it, chat. Sometimes it comes back to me randomly. Oh, it is the half circle turnaround. What a bait. Wow, 60,000? Pretty solid XP for the quest so far. We still got more to go. I think it ends with double Gertabulu. There's at least one more Gertabulu after this particular wave. Oh, look at that Rafoe lockdown. Get out of here, Marissa. I'm not going near you. Just perish. Wow, that Rafoe hit the stupid Marissa on the far side. Actually insane. I ran out of TP at an awkward point. Perish. I'll try to block the Gertabulu. Pretty sure he's coming up. Where is the... There it is. Going in, chat. I'll even pull in the Marissas. This is definitely for you. Let's block some shots. That poor Gertabulu getting paralyzed. I am doing the wiggle animation. Goodbye. So there's one more set of Gertabulu left. I would sometimes do this run with Viridian because I just really wanted Limiter. Because this probably is the most Gerda-Bulu of the massive attacks. Is C. Which R seems to be taking. Maybe R means it just rotates the whole quest if it's C or not. Let me debuff so chat doesn't die. I think chat would appreciate that. There we go. So we're getting super close to the double Gerda-Bulu wave. I'm going to move forward. Just got Brave Man with unknown stats. I'll have to take a look at it later. Might be the wave after this that is the Gerda-Bulu. So just be careful, everybody in the front. One more wave before Gerda-Bulu, but it is definitely coming. There's one Gerda-Bulu. Goodbye, all the poor satellite lizards. Oh, it spawned behind us. Sneaky. Perish. There's another Gerda-Bulu. It really wants to make sure you know how to kill Gerda-Bulu. I'm gonna deal with the Goron detonators. Chat can deal with the rest. Oh, I didn't wiggle out. My bad. Revive. There we go. Okay. So, still some time left. I'll pick up some items. But yeah, I would do this one over and over and over for limiters. I became kind of a monster with this with the Bone Men. This character's okay at it. Yeah, it's 6 or 7 sounds about right. It's way more than 1 or 2 from the other quests. Oh, we technically got one piece, but I won't count it because I've played that quest to death. So I figured mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday for sure for the bonus XP. Thank you, Arkuma, for playing. Hope you had a good time. I'm gonna say Calvitium even leveling and still getting relevant drops. Very hard mode episode 4 is silly. So Murphy, if you're interested, reminds you of the good old days. Oh, Disco Brave Man, but no hit percentage. Oh, one day, chat. One day. Feel disappointed. I mean, it's like something I could give to new players, so I'll keep it, but... can you cast do very hard? Are they 40 yet? Ooh, still on hard. Yeah, we gotta level you at some point. I want to get at least one game with you. Well, yeah, let's do one hard mode one then, just to level you a bit. It's up to the chat if they want to join in on that run. But yeah, we gotta level your character more. There we go. So the game is up, Murphy. We're gonna get you to at least very hard, and then we can get more people in. So let's see. Ability got technique. Take the chance to eat something. That's fair. Yeah, people don't want to join in for that. They just want to do other things. It's also fine. I understand. It is hard mode. Just making sure I am all capped out. Lame kills one. I don't think they do unless you tag, if I remember correctly. Lame is really annoying in multiplayer. You might also have to get the final kill. I'm pretty sure if I nuke kill everything, it will not level at all, for sure. But I'm not sure if I kill steal you, for example, if you get it. I'm leaning towards no. No worries. You just have to be along for the ride. Now what quest to do? Guess given the hit point totals, I should do a boss. Are there any fun extermination quests? I feel like chat was reminding me of something the other day. One second, I'm gonna look it up. It wasn't War of Limits. What was it called? There's one quest with like absolutely bonkers amount of enemies. I'm trying to remember what. Was it New Mop-Up Operation 4? If chat knows what I'm talking about, please let me know. It has the damage room. It's the quest with the damage room and an insane amount of things. So I'm just gonna quickly compare a couple quests. So this one allegedly is 41,000 for massive attack. Let's make a comparison. Let's learn today, chat. It's not 4. Could be 5. 3? Is it 3? 3 has a lot of XP. That's looking about right. Yeah, it's looking like 3. Let's try 3 out. I know it's Subterranean Desert, that much I remember, but I was like, which one is it? Let's give it a shot. Mix it up a little bit. I mean, I'm a healer that can heal the whole room, so at least I can keep people alive. Oh, we're winning on all players. There we go. Thank you, Travis, for the clarification. I was not a big fan of the HBR. If it didn't have that first quest, I'd probably play it in the HBR. I did not like the Mines quest at all. I'm like, when I'm having fun in Seabed but not Mines, I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, I don't think they would count. It's really annoying to level. That's why I only do it in single player. Oh, it's a time limit quest? Oh, I forgot about that. It's kind of annoying. That sound effect, though, is something else. Sound effect, please. Nice level up. So I think you can stand on the safety zones for people just looking for XP. I believe if you stand up here, you take less. Oh, no, different quest. Never mind. No cool spots in this quest. Never mind. I thought there were, but I might be thinking of a different one. There's more than one hotspot quest, unfortunately. So I'll just heal the team every now and then. Yeah. Unless this little spot over here is it, actually. Curiosity. This has... No, it's not. Okay, let's heal some people. People are kind of far. So you're saying there's one in the next room? Good. That is a ton of enemies. Cat has that one. Let's deal with these. Heal chat up yet again. Level 30, not bad. Guessing we go through the door to the north. It's been a long time since I played this. I actually don't remember the path. Oh, this is just items. Well, I mean, it stops you from taking damage at least. Heal you up real quick. There's another door. Is that the door I'm supposed to take? I got baited. 2 choices. Again, chat, 50-50, still chose wrong. Nope, still chose wrong again. Or is it actually the warp? Chat, let me know. I don't play this quest normally. There we go. So I guess wrong again. One day, chat, I will get it right. That looks like progress. That's a good sign. Found a red ring. Nice. Oh, Musashi drop, but it has no hit percentage. Man, if that actually dropped with hit percentage, that'd be so sick in the Q-cast. Huh, they're kind of spread out. So we'll try to get close to heal the party every now and then like that. Hello, wall of enemies. You know, for its quest with the time limit, I would have thought the enemies would have been more clumped together, to be honest. Well, that's fine, we'll keep going. Oh, healing circle? Sure. I mean, that saves me like 5 dye fluids, why not? I was gonna say, where are the enemies? Come on, game. Are they all just literally in one room? Is it gonna be like 15 waves? It's a good start. I want to see them clump together. Where I don't have to aim. That's level 31. Let's debuff them. Deal with the lizard. I mean, I guess we're doing okay in the quest so far, given we still have quite a bit of time left. Hello. Bye. I think I actually did hit him with my special there. Oh, I hit him with the meme gid. There we go. Is it efficient? No. Is it funny? Most of the time. I kind of remember this room. The other door to the north, I think is bait just to go in the center platform, but I don't want to do that. Safe spot, nice. Pretty convenient. Good job, Chad. Survive the burning flames. Oh, that isn't the bait teleport? Oh. It is bait. I'm not gonna go that way. I was like, wait a minute. Back over here we go. Dot fluids. We slowly eat those as we walk. Maybe too quickly. There we go. I'm like looking at the time left on the quest and I'm like, how are we gonna get to 60,000 at this rate? That's a little better. And there has to be like an insane amount in one of the final rooms. Lion's uniform, interesting. Poor frozen enemies. Nice leveled up. Another healing circle? I mean, I'm going to use it. I mean, at least it's kind of generous with those if you're playing a cast, even though you're constantly losing health and it sucks to be a cast here. They tried, I guess. I was gonna say, photo roll will save items for sure. Oh, the enemy was frozen and I couldn't hit them. That's unfortunate when that happens. Nice, level 49. Let's heal everybody. Another safe spot. Let's learn today. Oh, is it like way over there? I lost sight of where you were in the colors. There we go. It's just a sea of color for me. I'm like, you're in here somewhere. Let me look at the mini-map again. Simple clears. I guess let's sack over here again. So I don't really know what to expect next. If it happens to be Marissa or something, I get a free kill. Or if it happens to be the end of the room, it doesn't matter. Get punked, I guess. That is a lot of enemies. Get a buff going again. Restore it, and I guess I'll just Capoe stack again. So kind of a mixed feeling towards the quest. We do lose a lot of time resting, but if there was a fourth person, I think it would probably be fine. Get a tri-fluid actually. I think chat was loaning me one. There we go. Level 33, getting there. A warp, interesting. Sure, warp. Where will you take me? To the other side of the room I was at earlier. Interesting. Episode 4 can have some nonsensical maps. Like when the chat took the detour to the north for chests. That's where we're at now. Silliness. Get a debuff going for chat. Goodbye, these enemies. Easy wave clear. Another healing circle? Well, I mean, I'm gonna conserve my TP. It's kind of important I do this. Although, actually, you know what? I'm back up to 10 tri-fluids. Maybe I'll be okay. I picked up way more than I realized. Still, kind of nice. The game really wants to make sure. Oh, it was 2 in that one? That makes sense. Thank you, thank you. We're out of a murder room? Is the game feeling okay? Ooh, wasn't close enough to roof, are we? No, I am. So many enemies. Goodbye, Goron Detonator. Ah, now these are the waves I was hoping for. A little less spread out, more condensed like this. I love massive number of enemies. Not the best for Ranger. But yeah, this is what I thought the quest was going to be the whole time. Oh, that's it? It said 68,000 for clearing. That is not 68,000. I'm looking at that. That's 42k. Hello, the Fable One. Oh, we're in hard. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot. My bad. That would explain some things. I mentally checked out. I forgot what difficulty I'm in. I'm back now, though. I wish this Musashi had hit. How badly do I want to keep this? Don't like it. I'm missing a good time. It's going decent. We're helping our friends level, friends of the stream, some friend of the Discords. $44 XP a second. Interesting. I think what I want to do. I think I had enough of Dumpling for today. I mean, she got some workout for sure. She's in like 4 quests. I'm gonna pick a character that can just clear much faster. Speed this up a little bit. Oh no, Gaia surpassed me. I was gonna say, if you want in the Fabled One, we have an empty slot. It's all yours. Put this in here. Blue merge. Put that away. Should be good. So I'm gonna swap character. Well, I'll hand in the quest, then I'll swap characters. You're watching your dog right now. Hopefully the dog is not misbehaving. I almost canceled the mission. What do you even get for clearing it? I skipped immediately. Assuming you gave me an item. You gave me a die grinder, you monster. Okay, let's try that again. But this time, new character. We need faster cast, more damage. There we go. So I'll probably do like another, we'll say like an hour or so, and then we'll cut it. Whoever is available is available. If I suppress you far enough, I can just carry with my force to get back to equilibrium. Fair enough. Let's do another one of those. I don't know if I want to do that exact quest again. I think I'll go back to Massive Attack for that. I mean, it's not bad, but it could be better. Okay, made a hard mode one. It's great when you do 2 forces. Yeah, I was saying, like, if there's another person, it would be fine. To cover the rooms a bit faster, but just 1 force, feeling kind of mixed. I'd rather more control and massive attack. It looks like quite a few people are at least up to very hard. Several people already in ultimate. We helped earlier in the week. So we'll wait a little bit to see if Travis is joining us. Probably eat something. Give me a second, chat. Took a bite of pizza. So we'll give Travis another 30 seconds or so to type into the chat. Otherwise, we'll start the quest. Oh, you're making some coffee? Nice. Then we'll proceed. I don't see other people hopping into the game. I'm gonna sit Beyond the Horizon again. I don't know why my fingers go there. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Is Beyond the Horizon actually... Well, you can't get items from it, but... How much XP is Beyond the Horizon? Question mark. Oh, an insane amount. Oh, it's insane. Oh, we're doing that one. How much money do you have? Do you need... You know what? Just in case. Just enter with that money. Oh, we're going in. I totally forgot about this quest for some reason. See, my fingers knew where to go to level. I should have believed in my fingers, chat. So anyway, if I remember correctly, Beyond the Horizon, there's a guy immediately on the left, and we have to pay him money in order to enter. I know. They're like, duh, of course you want a menu to the thing that gives you XP. I know, they want to go massive attack. 20 minutes? This is fine. 500, get a reward. How much is it in hard mode? 20,000? Okay. I covered the fee for the other players. So we're gonna wait for our friend. This should basically just take you to 40. We're gonna be doing a little bit of this. Now, in very hard, I would probably not do this, because items are actually decent. Right now, items trash, so don't care. Yeah, this quest is amazing. There's just so many enemies back to back. For those not aware, if you're trying to level an Excalibur, this is my favorite quest in the game to do it. As you can see, if you're on low enough difficulty, all you do is turbo button Gafoe, and you beat every wave. Oh yeah. Speaking of a billion kills. Like, how is that fair? Yeah, see, you'll kill everything that isn't weak to fire. That's all I need. Oh, did I not take my V801? I did not. I was foolish. I don't think it'll matter, but I'll pick it up next time. I'm like, wait a minute, my casting feels a little slow. Silly me, chat. I'll fix that later. Am I just spamming spells? Oh, I'm like barely looking at the screen. I mean, I attack with spells. I mean, I can look at chat. They're basically not going to do anything. Forces are like the best one. I'll wait for the damage sounds to stop. Something like that. Or the door sound. That's more accurate. Stupid lightning resistant enemies. I love the Raffies. They just fall and instantly die. What a great quest, chat. So we are definitely getting some quest variety. I don't think I've streamed this in over a year, I'm willing to say. The last time I think I did it, it was Excalibur. Get the sword, the birds, nice. I mean, I'm attacking. I don't need to move from my... I like the wall of death around... Oh, I meme-gitted. Sometimes I do that by accident instead of grants, but it worked out. Oh, I can't hit the enemies. They're immortal. Freeze trap actually trolling. Wow. So anyway, I think you'll hit 40 soon. Something tells me. Might be on the road there already. The best part is it heals you at the end, too. I don't remember if it restores traps, though. I've never played a cast into this. Okay, there's the door sound. HP and TP recovered. Might as well as rebuff. So anyway, this is my life now, chat. I'm sorry, Rifoe. This is one of the only quests where I will say Rifoe is just, without a doubt, superior. There's too many enemies in every direction, and the stacking potential in this quest is insane. You just instantly kill whole waves. Like, those Rappies died via my Gafoe from before, even though I hadn't cast it in like 15 seconds. Like, actually busted. Speaking of busted. So yeah, we're gonna get you to 40, something tells me. We hadn't even gone underground yet. We're still on the surface. I didn't have my Gafoe out. I deserve that. There we go. Oh no. Did you get booted from the arena when you died? If you did, I'll restart. It doesn't look like you're here anymore. Slash lobby. Alright. So you're gonna need some heavenly HP. This is what we've learned. But that looks like the strat. You need to be able to survive Dorfon, unequivocally. Try this again. Something like that, I guess. 'Cause I don't think Scape Doll will work. I don't know how much health you need to survive Dorfon. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. So join game. I have at least one heavenly HP I could give you. I could technically loan you both temporarily. How do I... Oh, I have a heavenly power for the Fabled one eventually. That is right. Past me remembered. Future me is like, who am I? Who are you? Alright, I'm gonna loan you this. I want it back though at some point. What is future? Hopefully that's enough to survive. I don't remember the flat damage. If you think that's not enough, I could maybe give you like dragon HP. For some reason, I think my cable's loose or something. I gotta get that fixed. Well, anyway, we're back with PSO. I'll probably just merge it in one video later. Unfortunately, editing work. Yeah, 500 health is definitely more than enough. It's just whether you needed 380, 400, or 420. Actually, I think we went through this before. I think Dorfon is 380. I think we did talk about this before, because I thought you needed 410 or 420. I vaguely recall having this conversation earlier on this stream. Not literally this exact session, but in the past. So yeah, we'll do at least one of those, and then we'll see who's around. Then I might do a final public game. I'm pretty sure 440 is way more than enough. Yeah. Because I was trying to decide like what the safety health was. I think you need like 480 or something for episode 4 boss. I know if you have 600, that's more than enough. I think even if you have 550, that's enough. Yeah, you just need 440 for the Dorfons. Stomp, of course, doing more than Laser. You're jumping on, says the Fabled One. We got some time. I'm just talking on the stream. I'm not gonna hop onto Discord. I mean, if you two want to drop in voice chat, I'm gonna say by all means, but no, when I'm streaming, it's fine. So once you have joined, we'll start the game. I want to check one thing. I'm gonna put in the group chat the HP guide. I remembered that a long time ago when I was checking out Ultimate. So that has the ultimate numbers for people that were curious. I can probably put that in my Discord as well, as that one's actually fairly useful for people that have never seen it before. Voice is sketchy for streams. It's more just talking in general. But unless you just mean like voice calls in general. As otherwise I have to balance everybody out and audio quality's weird, and I'm like, nah, I really don't. I want to enjoy PSO, I don't want to be troubleshooting. Unless we are like super consistent, then I will set it up for the audio channels. Yeah, let's close all of this. I do not need this open. So hopefully the Fable 1 is just logging in. Yeah, like when I'm doing like a literal co-op game through and through, I've set it up in the past. But when people are like in and out for like an hour, nah, that's a total mess. No way. Unfortunately. Like, Kirk and Chris are probably the only ones that would be on voice chat. Kirk has been on voice chat before on the stream. For Onimusha and I believe Tales of Berseria. Chris is welcome too. He chooses not to. And that's all up to him. I respect it. Some people don't want to be heard on stream. Just prefer the private chat. Not everybody wants to be publicly talking. And that is A-okay. Yeah, it's like Ziggy... Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. Like, spacing out a little. We'll blame work, chat. Yeah, it's like whatever the quest initials were. That sounds about right. Hold on, chat, before we get started. It'll load eventually. Come on, you can do it. Come on, we're gonna gift some subs. I'm gonna gift them randomly, to be fair. So joy whoever are the lucky recipients of this bomb. There we go. It'll hit eventually. Went to the Fabled One, Murphy. Well, we call that convenient. Backseat Gaming Crew, Mini Mina, and DJ. Congratulations. You are the lucky winners. Enjoy the emotes and no ads. So we'll give money for our friend, the Fabled One. Come back, the Fabled One. Money and Heavenly Power, actually. Oh, sorry, wrong person. But yeah, Heavenly Power should help. Unless you already have them, then I'll just take it for later. Random one. Sure thing. Let's get started. Oh, Zero doesn't have enough health. I don't really have spare Heavenly Power. Oh, I got 1 Heavenly HP. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go fix it. Yeah, 202 is definitely not enough. You will 100% dodge a Dorphon. I don't think I can make that. Yeah, I'm double checking. I do want them back though, no matter what. Oh, I have a God HP. That I can probably give away and not feel bad about. Heavenly HP is a different story though. I got 1 more to spare. I can loan... That'll put him at 400. I think that's enough. Plus he'll level. He'll level before then, which is all that's needed. I'm looking for the other thing though. Where is it? There we go. I remember, chat. I did it. Future me remembered I didn't have the 801. Okay, so you can keep the God HP. I will not use this. I 100% want to have the HP back before you guys, like, quit quests. There we go. That should give you 180, which should put you at 400. So with Heavenly Battle, Heavenly Power, and those 2 HPs, you should be set. And hopefully, both of you will level for safety health. Because you will absolutely die otherwise. Well, it's return it before Sunday, promise. Yeah, I can loan you for an extended period. It's just that, like, when I'm really ready for my faux numeral, I need all 3 Heavenly Powers. You just have 1? Oh, you don't have a 4-slot armor? Question mark? Yeah, you might have 2. That does sound right, actually. I don't need all of them back, but I need to have 3. Like, it's non-negotiable. So you've not picked up an armor with more than 4? I don't use... This is not the character for armors. I don't think I can help you with that. No, they're all too high level. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the wrong character for it. Oh, Soul Frame? Nice. Come 0, accept armor into your life. A lot of the 4s are ones I gave. I gave them out, unfortunately. They've been dispersed. Yeah, they're 40-somethings. Yeah, we need to just get you into it. I just want to get the game started, and then we'll go into it. But as long as you get at least 380, that should probably be fine. I think it literally does 380. So as long as you level once, you should be fine. Oh yeah, that should be good enough. Yeah, to figure out where my low-level armors are, I do want the Heavenly HP's plural back. I need at least 2 back. I would say, yeah, that would be fine. So if you end up with 2, Murphy, it's not a big deal to me. You could keep 1 just to help you level, because I'd rather go to people that need it. But legit, I do not want to go without 3, because that would just make me so sad. So anyway, everybody come over to the guy over here and pay to get in. Okay. Let's go. I did give money for 0, so hopefully 0 is able to enter. There we go. Make heal 0. So your goal is to just survive. That'll be the goal. Nice level up instantly. Love to see it. If you kill the stupid fire resistant enemies, that'll also help. It's not mandatory. Some of these waves, though, they're so silly. Oh, he's on the bridge? Oh, I didn't even see that. Good catch, actually. Yeah, this quest is super fun for XP. Especially as a force. It's so autopilot. It's just refreshing. You play it on normal and you're like, yeah, I'm a god, deal with it. There we go. Oh, I was gonna say, the lightning enemies. Get off my screen, please. Thank you. Goodbye, other zoo. Nice, nice. Level 26. Love to see it. Oh, it's nuts for sure. It's amazing. Solo carry the game. Let's go. You know what? I think what we're gonna do on Sunday, we're gonna do this quest as a group. Like, just to start it off. Just to see how much raw XP we can get. And then we'll go for items, of course. Ultimate does have good items, so you don't want to do that, like, literally the whole time, but... Oh my gosh. I would even do this on very hard, honestly. It's so fun. Double force. I was gonna say the dream is Quadra Force. Just everybody doing Gafoe. Maybe actually, you know what it is? 2 people stack Gafoe, 1 person Rabardas, and 1 person Razans. Just get the elemental bonuses. No problems. Hope you enjoy the emotes and the ad previewing experience. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully Penguin's also doing well. Silly enemies. I was gonna say I can talk to the chat. Listen, I'm not leaving this spot. If I get hit, I have to like vaguely pay attention. Like, oh, that didn't do enough damage. I don't have to care. But anyway, we can talk about anything. Doing good. Just made some food. Hope I'm doing fine as well. Terrible day at work, but I'm having a lot of fun with people in PSO, and we're experiencing all sorts of quests. I remember this was a quest, so that's always nice. Memory's sort of working. What'd you get for food? Ooh, level up, 27. We got 36 for our friends. If my fingers never forgot. My mind does. It has no idea what's going on. Alright, just don't die, chat. Please heal. Wow, you're so close to death, Zero. You are so lucky that did not kill. That should have killed you for sure. Oh, that was way too close. Anyway, we'll continue. Yeah, I was just having, well, now it's somewhat cold pizza. Although I'm not a big fan of reheating pizza. I'm not sure how chat feels about that. I'm like, I just don't like the feeling or the texture of the dough when you reheat. Unless you reheat in an oven, then sometimes it's okay. Made some lasagna. Okay, solid choice. Yeah, microwave is. Fully agree. Actually, I better heal everybody before I do that again. There we go. Yeah, maybe I'll reheat an oven. We'll see. I've just had very disappointing experiences with reheated pizza. It scarred me forever, chat. I'm just like, ugh. On the plus side, I think we've almost gotten enough kills to get the bonus. We need to get to, what, 500? Ooh, I'm getting low on fluids, actually. I didn't really contemplate how much that would cost in multiplayer. It's not like more will drop. Oh, for sure. I don't like using microwaves. I cook my food now. I have my own place. I do not want to take easy ways out of things. But even then, I'm still not a big fan of reheating in the oven for pizza. Goodbye, random enemies. Level 27, sweet. Another level up, level 28, nice. Got bodied randomly. Ooh, Zero, you better heal yourself. You're at 12 health. I cannot reach you. Please heal. Please heal. No. Oh. Oh, saved. On my screen, you died. Oh no, you did die. That's unfortunate. Time to AFK. You cannot do that in this quest. RIP. So I don't think Zero's getting any XP because he's left the arena. So I'll go a little further, but we'll put out. Yeah, I was like, you got hit twice by Dwarfon, and I'm like, you're still not healing? Oh no, I can't help you. So I'm trying to deal with everything else on the screen. If I was the Phone Roll, she would heal you, but not this character. You're out of range. Ironically, if you were dead center in the arena, you would have been fine. But off in the corner, I can't help you. Nope, once you die, you die. So I'm gonna go a little further, because it is very expensive to keep entering the arena, so I at least want to get to the next phase. If Dwarfon is removed from the game, I actually don't care about Dwarfon. I'll be real with you. Dwarfon is like such a non-issue. Want to know what the secret is, Tiggy? You get a V501, you get Spread Needle, problem solved. Easy kill. Easy kill. Rocket Seal can kill that thing so fast. It is like so funny. I'm like, you're never leaving the Sunland. Oh yeah. You don't even need V502. V502 is showing off for the death kill. But man, oh man, the Spread Needle is so good. People will go for, like, as an example, Kunai with hit, because that is a basically a card type animation that can multi-hit a single target, or it can paralyze multiple Dwarfons. And so people have used that to deal with them. And weirdly, even though it's a card-based thing, it's based off of ATP. So it's one of the few ways you could just easy deal with it. It's okay, when I run out of TP, I'm slash lobbying. But I at least want to get a little further with my TP. Because this is where the good XP is. This wave kind of sucks, though. Normally, if I'm playing solo, I just reset at this point. Like, the game is making me move to get the clear. No way. But anyway, we'll be slash lobbying soon. I got, like, 700 MST left. But this should put you pretty close to level 40. Like, a couple of spells left in me, I think. I'm gonna slash lobby on this wave, I think. And out. I'm not wasting resources. Goodbye. Let's restart. But yeah, super, super important to keep yourself healed. You'll need to bring in as many trimates as possible. So we'll try this again. Ziggy... H... something. Let's go make the game. But yeah, Tiggy, what I would also say is that for Rangers, I really don't like the Satellite Lizard. I know you can bring in melee weapons, but when you're trying to shoot like a zoo, I find them so annoying when I'm playing the Ranger. It makes me so sad. I'm like, if only they were not there, I could just take the priority target. Like Goron Detonator, protected by his army of Satellite Brethren, aka the Shields. I just feel sad whenever that happens. Okay, so we'll do this one more time. This quest is super fun for XP. I'm not sure if you ever did this quest before, Tiggy, but man, oh man, if you have a force, the freest of XP. Just don't die. Caveat, don't die. But yeah, 514 health, 410, pretty solid. I have to get money from the bank, because as I said before, this quest is expensive. But I think we got a decent variety of quests, and I think this will be my last one, though. So no matter what happens, I'll just take back the Heavenly HP. Because I definitely need more for Photo World later. But hey, at least we're helping people level. And then I think I'll end the stream with one random TTF. So if you wanted to, Tiggy, you could do Ultimate. And that will be for sure my last game. But I did want to help people at least get a little closer to very hard. The more the people are closer to the same difficulty, the easier it is to make games. So I think we did a fair amount of helping people. Over 2 hours of leveling characters. I even got a level or two on my weaker characters, so it's kind of nice. This time, I brought dye fluid, so I should be a little better off. Because this quest is expensive. It absolutely drains your money as a force, but it's so fun. So anyway, we'll pay to win again. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I thought of exactly what I want to do. Ooh, but do I... Oh, the question is, do I have one? Let's find out, chat. Do I have the right wand? I want to save TP, and I don't think I have a spare adept in my bank. But... Oh, I don't seem to have a spare. Ooh, is it in my character bank, though? Will I get bailed out? That is not the right typing of bank. I was looking for magical piece, actually. Oh, I really don't have one on this character? Oh, it's so brutal. Damn, chat. Should have been better prepared. Yeah, magical piece, 50 photon drops, random cane. When you start TTF, I'll hop out of bed. You got some time. Depending on how fast it goes, I'm willing to do 2 TTF on ultimate. But I think I'm done with the lower difficulties for the night. Oh, I started the quest already. I was on autopilot. Yeah, unfortunately I forgot my Agni. I gave him like 100,000, he should be fine. He had most of my money, I'd actually go back for some. What a character name. At least they found Heaven Striker, good for them. So we'll do some ultimate runs. Depending on who's available, I could be damage carry or I could play force. Let's buff everybody. Thank you for complimenting my character name. Sure, we'll pretend we're talking about your character name and not the inappropriate stream name that was along the top. I'm surprised that doesn't force a rename of the character. I'm sure after that. Way to save the Twitch partnership? I'm not in partnership, I'm fine. Let's go this way. Goodbye. You aim to please? Thank you. Go ahead and level people and heal people. It's already 37, good amounts of XP. Especially for hard mode. Discas are amazing on every character that is not male. I never enjoy playing them on the male characters. They move way too much. You ate more than you should have. Welcome back, Calvitium. I was gonna say you were gone for a while, but we'll be doing some ultimate, I think, after this. So based off of if we so the option select is, do we have force? If yes, I play damage carry. Or yeah, if yes, we play damage carry. Otherwise, I'm bringing in my foe Newman and I'm guaranteeing we win this. You can force? Okay, I'll bring in damage carry then. Nice levels, love to see it. So this should help zero level quite a bit. That one zoo is trolling me. Just perish. Wasting all of our time. There we go. You know what? Yeah, I kicked him to death. There we go. That was commitment, chat. I didn't want to use the spell. I'm like, listen. I'll walk up with my no weapons, no power mag, and get that kill like a boss. Just gotta believe, chat. I gave him the spin kick and everything. I mean, it's not my fault he doesn't dodge one of the world's lowest overheads. Just tell him to block. There's so much blood on the floor. It's true. It has definitely been a massacre. Level 29, nice. Level 38. So just like one more run of these quests is good. It's not blood, it's coolant. Oh, it's true. We're in a VR mission. Also true, I think. die. Let's rebuff if I'm able to. Oh, I'm literally out of TP. Can't rebuff. Rest in peace. Tiggy. I'll try to help you get some rares that you're interested in. Yeah, if you're near the middle, I can just kind of heal spam. If you're like in the far corners, yeah, you're just dead. Like near me is the safe zone. That's where all Gafoi originates from. Like they'll just die. Yeah, he's just doing it to speed it up. If you have a handgun, you can shoot stuff randomly. Pretty safe. Otherwise, these rappies just kind of deploy and die instantly. That way I can just rest to you if you're point blank. You need to die and you need to die. Nice. The more you remember, I mean, it's not that hard to get what you want. You already got Last Swan, right? Now we just need to get you another Last Swan and a Master Raven. Not too bad. That's like, with how we're going, that's like maybe 6 hours of very hard for photon drops. I mean, we were averaging, I mean, at least I was averaging like 4 a stream, if not more. And that's not including all the other people that picked them up. If you count that, they were like 60 plus. Yeah, it's like 1 every game, 1 every other game. Just due to the raw amount of enemies killed. Nice level up. Myth's Quest being an exception, of course. No items can drop here. How much is gold Milia? 0 hit? That I don't know. I'm not good at auction prices. Stupid ass stars. If I remember correctly, there's a Dwarf on after this, so I'm just gonna do this. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, like, if you... I don't know if Feel Seas was something you wanted, for example, Tiggy. Question mark. I don't really know what you used. The dual bird isn't too hard to get. Honestly, I'm probably even going to do a couple of those runs on very hard / hard. Because I want to get a couple of dual swans in. I have more than enough crystals to try. The guide doesn't have it listed at all. There's a guide. I didn't think there was a trading guide anywhere. I was not aware there was such a thing as the price guide. Today I've learned. Is it just like a forum post? Like, what is it? And then who made it? Miz linked it to you? Interesting. Today I've learned that I need to heal people. There we go. Let's not let the party die while talking. I am on autopilot, so sometimes I gotta look at the game. Only sometimes, though. I think it will probably ban you in it, but if you're in the Discord, put it in the PSO thread list, and then I'll re-aim it here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might be able to exclamation mark permit you if it were not for the fact that I'm constantly attacking. Once I'm out of this room, I can exclamation mark permit you, but there are no mods here, I think, at the moment. So I'm playing solo, chat. Level 39, pretty close. You're getting out of bed now. 9k to next level, nice. Ooh, I barely got that heal out in time. That ass start though. Please be the last one. It's not the last one. Let me use some dye fluids then, because I'm not sure how many are left. Ooh, damage. This seems kind of last wave-ish. At least I didn't waste a tri-fluid on that. That would have made me kind of sad. Oh, it's not the... Wow, how is that not the last wave? That's crazy. But we'll buff everybody again. Well, now I feel less bad for using Dive Fluid. Yeah, I didn't waste that much CP then. Nice level up again, 31. You could try being a mod at any point. I think the issue is that sometimes I do late night streams. I mean, you're more than welcome to be a mod, Calvitium, if you want to be, but I'm just saying, like, from a coverage standpoint, if I stream late, there is, like, literally no one from, like, 9 to midnight. It's kind of brutal. So it seems like Tiggy will be joining, Calvitium will be joining. I'll be joining, and we have, of course, Weekend Mod, probably. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's good to have coverage and overlap. So, welcome to level 40. There's no way you're not hitting 40 before this quest, Murphy. To be seen with the Fable 1, though. We have a lot of waves. You might be at, like, 35 or some nonsense. Because this isn't even the last room. Like, this quest is so ridiculous. Yeah, I'll probably add you at some point. I just can't do it literally right this second. Because this is probably one of the more intensive quests that I always need to be pressing buttons. There's basically no downtime. Which is good for a quest. I don't like downtime. I don't know why I grants that. That felt a little overkill. Ooh, I only got 6 tri-fluids left. I gotta be careful. Yeah, this is where having the fire wand would have actually been super sick. Or a magical piece. Would have saved me a few Kapoes. Yeah, I don't like that this portion of the quest makes you move. The first 2 rooms were like heavenly as a forest. This one, just kind of annoying. I don't really want to keep walking in solo play or multiplayer. I'm like, no, just funnel into my fireballs of doom. We'll be fine. You don't like it in nerd Joshes? That works too. But you are more than welcome to join the Discord, Tiggy, that we have. We usually try to get people in games or people looking for items. We're getting pretty active, actually. I'll link it here just in case for people that missed it. That's about as much time as I had. Oh, I could do one more thing. Oh, not enough. I typoed. I was gonna do /mod, but I was too slow. We'll get Calvitium in soon, I promise. Well, let's get the healing. And level 40, congratulations. And now for even more XP. What a quest. You wanna know what's gross and or disgusting? This quest is competing and arguably giving more XP than TTF 1 difficulty higher. Not even in the same difficulty. Just it is almost on par with TTF on very hard on hard mode. Let that sink in, chat. Think about that. This quest is something. Because normally we average about 54. Oh, let's get rid of my dive fluids. XP a second on very hard mode, and we're not that far off, honestly. And that's without another person. Like, if we had one more forest, the XP per second would be easy, +6. Because then one of us would stand on this side of the room and the other one would stand on the other. And there would be no downtime. 39k. Ooh. I don't know where 0 is. Let's heal 0. There we go. Yeah, no worries about the XP. We should be good. You've hit 40, that's all that matters. It's the only important number. But holy chat, this quest goes on forever. Unfortunately, I think without 2 forces, actually beating it is kind of hard because, as I said before, this room is a big time loss. If I'm playing solo, I always skip this room because I'm like, no way. If you could stand in the middle, it would have fixed everything wrong with this quest, but you can't. I really wish they didn't laser gate the middle. Because then I would be like, oh, I know exactly how I'm going to hit every wave. Yeah, how dare they require strategy? Okay, we're out of this room at least. The next room is at least 5 minutes long, so it'll be kind of tight, honestly. And they're not that close together. Now my Rifoi will kick in. Oh, for sure that's why they gated it. They're like, no fun allowed. You enjoyed 2 rooms, now perish. I guess? I mean, I'm expecting to Rifoi basically everything, to be honest, at this point. D-band? I guess. I feel like what's gonna kill you are gonna be the Zoos and the Gertabulu versus the Gorons, to be honest. The set damage is real. Speaking of which, holy, the stun lock. So 33. So getting close to 35, but we'll see if you hit it or not. If I do that, you might not. Goodbye that XP. Rest in peace. Nice. 5 tri-fluids left. Yeah, this quest is very brutal, but if you bring in Adept and Mother Garb, this quest is actually the most dumb quest ever for XP. One tri-fluid carrying you almost the entire first 2 rooms. In fact, if you're a high enough level, you don't even need the tri-fluid when you got the Mother Garb Adept combo. You just do too much damage. It's just actually gross. Deal with that enemy. Hello, Gertabulu. Can you handle that enemy, chat? Do you have demons? I'm gonna kill the other things. I Zalord it, to be fair. Oh no, 0 died. That's what I was worried about. Rest in peace. Well, I'm gonna finish the quest. There's only 3 minutes left. Unfortunate. Gertabulu does some big damage. Okay, we'll kill that thing. Yeah, Gertabulu will do that. As I said before, I think the things that will kill you guys will not be defense related. Not in this room. Gertabulu will just have its way with you. Speaking of which... Where's the... Oh, it's behind the other one. Yeah, pretty close. Only 3 minutes left in the quest. We're actually pretty far in. I don't think we're at the final wave yet, but we're getting close. Like, a little closer than I thought in terms of speed. That Gertabulu really wants me. Just like to say no to that. I don't know if you die, if you're then allowed to collect the reward at all, or not. I don't remember. I've never done this in multi, to my knowledge. And also cleared it. So that'll be a new experience. Two minutes left. I haven't seen the multi-Gertabulu wave, so we can't be... Oh, what a wave. There's another Gertabulu. Yeah. Rest in peace. I'll still try to finish the quest. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is not the quest you can really type on, unfortunately. That's what I was saying before. I couldn't type anything in the Twitch. Well, I mean, I might still be able to clear it. I want my money back, at least. I've lost track of how many kills that's been. 500 is enough to get a reward. If you clear all of it, you get something on top of that. So I think this has already happened. Oh, there's double Gertabulu. That's actually promising. Maybe this is the last wave. Also game. Oh. Stop. No. Let's deal with these so I don't get cheesed out randomly. Gertabulu, you are the bane of the forces. Please perish. Alright, down to 1. 55 seconds. No pressure, just one tri-fluid left. I gotta do it, chat. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. More waves, brutal. That felt like that should have been a final wave. Alright, well, either way, I've killed over 500. I should be good. I think by the time you enter this room, you always get the reward, if I remember correctly, due to the enemy count. Where is the... What? Oh, it just wasn't on the minimap. You had 416 when you died? Oh, never mind then. Die, satellite lizard. I'm not going to be able to kill it without demons. It's unfortunate. Rip. You were successful. I didn't kill all of them, but still did pretty well. Unfortunately, as I said before, that last thing is just so ridiculous. I need to check something. Yeah, I will probably need the heavenly HP, actually. I'm gonna play a little bit, I think, on Monday with it. So both of you just give me 1 heavenly HP. You keep the heavenly powers. I don't want those back. Yeah, I'll just take the 1 heavenly HP. If I gave more, you can keep the extra, and you can return it to me when you want to later, but I need at least 1 from both of you. You can keep the god HP, though. I don't want that one back. The heavenly, though, that's a different story. If I had more, I would do it. Let me put this away. Because this character actually also uses it. Because I need 2 heavenly HP in order to do the boss with this character. Okay. Hope you guys had fun. So got all the way to 41 and 33. A little unfortunate towards the end, but hey. Everybody's a lot tankier. So I think it's time to TTF. I'm out of here. What's my reward for clearing most of it? Is it any money? 40,000 received? Nice. Okay. I sort of got my money back, question mark, and then I lost everything on fluids. That sounds about right. I remember this character is the B801. I'll fix that later. Let's go ahead and switch character banks. We're going to make a Viridian game, and we're going to do at least 1 TTF. We'll see. But that is definitely it for sure, the lower difficulties. But hope everybody had fun. I think everybody at least got into, you know, 8+ levels while playing. Gotta level our Realm friend a bit more later. Yeah, it's time to bring in the damage. Oh, I thought this was 130. Oh, I guess I did level with this character. I do like Tankus a lot, don't get me wrong. But Viridian is just such a good ID for falls. Like, eventually I'll play Rawcast. I have no problem with Rawcast. But also, poor Hunter. Rest in peace. Never loved. Is it just me and Murph now? I thought Murph was gonna join the TTF. Question mark. Okay. So we'll make a game with Tiggy. We'll do Ziggy TTF. I immediately see it, just boom, instantly on it. I saw that, Tiggy. We'll do this into Ultimate. So I have enough health to survive all the nonsense of the boss. That's all that matters. So feel free to hide behind me as needed. Who knows? Maybe one of us will get the red ring to end the night. Calvitium's in. Hey, look at all the people at like mid 100, or not mid 100s, but like low 100s. Look at that. Progress made. Just think, Calvitium, a couple weeks ago, you were like level 1. You're a very fair level now. Ooh. Hopefully we can get they grow so fast. Hopefully we can get Tiggy with a little more health. You are in the Dark Falls will slap me and kill me range. I think you have just 26 hours to 100. That sounds about right. We were power low. See, that's without even the XP bonus. Think about that, Calvitium. Like 26 hours, make that more like, I don't know, 18 with 50% extra XP. Just saying, it would have been pretty crazy. So almost everybody at the same level. Pretty nice. You know, we always have the outlier character. But it's fine, all time for the group. But if you have Cure Freeze, I would probably recommend taking it as a unit, or else you are all probably gonna die to Dark Falls, and then rest in peace. I got 3 Scape Dolls, so it should be okay. Cure Freeze is no joke. I actually do take that on most characters. But only for Dark Falls. I'll literally not wear it the entire time, and then I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'm like, I'm not playing around with Falls. I do not just leave my body on the floor. We'll bring you back. I don't remember if this character has an abundance of Scape Dolls. If you go to my forces, they have like 140 plus. So just poke me and go, I need Scape Dolls when I'm a force. That is not my Phonuman, and should be good there. How many Scape Dolls do I have on this character? Probably not a ton. Oh. Actually, chat, I lied. I have a lot of Scape Dolls. I'm sorry. More than 50% of my bank is Scape Dolls. So what we're gonna do, chat, is I'm going to just go wild. I'm gonna go wild. That should probably cover the chat. I'll keep 3. So don't worry about Scape Dolls, chat. Just enjoy. Take like 3 or 4. It's fine. I have a few. And I'll even pick up spares as needed. I'll hold on to 2 just for the chat for later. But yeah, my other force, I think like the Fomarl, she has like 130 or something ridiculous. Like I actually cap bank, dude, just due to Scape Dolls. I definitely have a problem with Scape Dolls, chat. There's everywhere. Now I went from 3 to 5. Oh yeah. Red Ring can drop from this. Exactly, Calvitium. So we do Viridian. I'm sorry, you got something. What armor? I missed it. 4 slot something. I'll give you money for it? Oh, it's a level 51. Does anybody need that other than maybe the ranger friend? Grab 2, I'll give you money for it. Keep the change. You're good on Meseta? Okay. I'll come back and I'll just put them in the share bank. That way you don't have to run all the way there. Yeah, Protect Frame's pretty solid. It's generic for forces, so I'm more likely to use a frame in that scenario. Yeah, exactly. But for forces, it's definitely the go-to for later. Okay. Do a nice little sort, laugh at my 5 scape dolls. Okay, we're ready to go. So, Calvitium, I'll let you know why everybody does Viridian, or should be doing Viridian for this. So let's start off with ridiculous rares. The Hildebeer, which spawns right at the beginning of the game, can become Hildetor and can give you a frozen shooter. Then the other amazing rare is you beat the Worm Boss, and you can get the Gatling Gun we've been talking about, that's good on the Hue cast. Then you go to Mines, you fight Sinnoh Blues, and Sinnoh Blues can give you V101, which is like Heavenly Battle, but what if it also gave stats? So just a clear upgrade to something that's mandatory on all characters anyway. Then you go to Ruins, and I don't think their drops really matter. I'm sure they get something silly, but more importantly at the end, they get Red Ring. And Red Ring is so good. High level requirement though, Calvitium, 180 just to use it. But it lets you get more ATP than your character cap normally allows, which is very good because that ATP actually applies towards your weapon percentages. So it's actually a much bigger bonus than you think it would be, which is kind of sick. And then it also gives you health and TP regen, and it also has pretty solid resist. Not the best ever, but pretty solid. And then on top of that, it gives insane defense. Just ridiculous. But yeah, Tiggy, we'll be playing a mix of, I think, very hard, and I might do another session in the evening on Sunday, just to play with people that are ready for Ultimate or something. And we're going to try to get as many people to Ultimate, so we don't have to do very hard ever again. I got frozen. That was unfortunate. So we'll have a lot of people potentially doing this. It is worth at least going for 1 or 2 red rings during rare ring, or rare rate up. I called it rare ring up, which I guess is technically true, but yeah, it's too good of a rare to not do at least 1 run every session at that point. Come on, frozen shooter. There we go. Yeah, this character is 7 ATP from max damage, but I'm using an armor that gives me at least, I forget if it's 10, 15, or 20. It's been a while since I looked at it. Actually, I'm going back for that power material. I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Calvitium. Did I ever cap you on your power materials, question mark? If not, I'll give you whatever I have to cap you. I think I originally thought I was going to trade a Dragon Scale in for 99 power materials, and that didn't happen a second time. If I remember correctly. My brain is slowly processing through the backlog of things that I've forgotten. It'll eventually cycle around to something that's useful. It'll go, oops. Oops, that would have been helpful. There we go. I'll let chat decide if they want to kill that. I mostly just want to make sure this next room spawns, even if I don't kill it. Silly Willy. Look at that paralysis. I just love it. Oh, Spread Needle, you're so busted with B501. Look at that. You don't even need freeze traps anymore. You just ascend to a new plane. I could probably stay behind. It's fine. But yeah, oh man, if you haven't been playing with it, Tiggy, oh my gosh. V501, so good. Chat dropping me Photon Drop randomly. Thank you, chat. I'm picking that up, so don't worry about Telepipe. I'm taking that detour. Where is it? Where did it drop? Oh, it's like all the way over there. Chat just spawning photon drop bait, as I like to call these. I forget if I mentioned this before, chat, but my favorite enemy in the game when we're doing events. Anybody have a guess? Or at least think of the guess, because it is hard to type mid-game play. It's the moths, chat. The moths in episode... No, it's never Barrett. It's the moths in episode 1. So if you're not aware, those moths can drop presents and coal and other things from the events. And it's really unfair because they come in greater numbers than the slimes do. And you could get them just mid-wave. So often I would be playing something like an Easter event and I would just get like photon drops and all this other nonsense constantly from them. So that's also why I do Terrell's Ego during those events. It's just too good. No rare, unfortunately. Maybe one day. I'm trying to tell these gentlemen to go kill each other. You know, as you do. To get not the same idea, we're like, yeah. We're like, no. So no, you don't get to leave start. Listen. We've had enough of you. Speaking of which, get out of here. Stupid trap. Okay, time for the pause trick. So that way I don't target and I can reach the back one without slowing down. Nice. Other enemy body blocked. What a god. I'll confuse and freeze. Why not? Who cares? Okay. I think I have enough raw damage to burst this enemy. I'll still go for the freeze trap setup though. I was targeting nothing, which was interesting. There we go. Them in slightly and then punish. Come on, B101. Someone's got to get one eventually on stream. Me get level 23. The sad part is that is actually probably an upgrade still for me. My Megat grants are terrible. Nothing for me. Well, I just maybe that Megat was okay. I mean, normally in any other scenario it would be unusable, but then again, my forces. Crit kind of awkwardly. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go for the classic frozen shooter first. And that way, Rifoi can be used on the far switch. I'm not even gonna bother going for it. I'm gonna put a freeze trap down and out of here. So with this setup, I'll probably go for the spread needles loops, because I'm assuming I have highest ATP with spread needle. I'm only, like, as I said before, like 7 for max, and I have damage armor. Or, yeah, damage armor. I thought about that, and I'm like, I don't have damage shield yet. I love the cat just spinning. The cat's just freaking out. Perfect. Well-timed normals, loop the boss. What a clean first phase. That is so much easier to do than to do that as a force. It's so much easier to not do that as a force. The best part is like you can still get a little more ATP. So I'm gonna be guaranteed forever, chat. I'm getting actually targeted by the boss. Rude. Get that homing laser away from me, please. Thank you. Oh, wow. All of us took damage, except for Robo Lolita. Good job, you dodged it, Tiggy. Everybody else took it in the face like a champion. Calvitium leveling, nice. And actually, also Tiggy leveled, because you were not at 700 health before. Nice, nice. Oh, what am I doing? Boss money, grab that. Okay, let's go for... probably last swan with freeze trap. That should be good enough. Or, you know, you just get the Rabarda freeze. Showing off, you're like... I paid Sega for that 100% freeze there. So I'm gonna go for the classic pedestal, but I'm gonna set up a freeze trap. Again, I'm kind of used to just getting around them. Took a little damage there, but I still got by him, so it didn't matter. Okay, let's go for some pedestal shots here. Yeah, had I moved slightly more to the right before I went left, that would have been enough for the manip. Another level up. Team above 700 health, that's a good sign. Calvitium hiding in the corner. Oh, he wanted a photon drop, that makes sense. I don't blame him. You always go back for that. Whenever you see weird movement, I just assume photon drop at this point. I'm like, where are they going? Oh, they want the red, the important red. Oh no, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Scape Doll. No, guys, stop fighting here. We're like right before the boss. There we go. I do have Mag Blast. The chat wants to use it. I'm not sure if anybody else has it. I could use Mila and people could just use whatever. 39 from the Force. What about everybody else? Oh, am I the only one at 100? Oh, I'm the only one at 100 apparently. Never mind. I did too much damage, chat. I'm sorry. We could all donate. Nah, it's not worth it at that point. I think it would barely put it at like 31 with all the donates. 24, 27, 30. Actually, no, I think it would put it at 30. Yeah, time for the Gafoe spam and last swan. Here we come. That is not the right target. That's the right target. Yeah, Gafoe here is such a lifesaver. Because otherwise, this does take forever in multi. Oh, I did get the snipe from there. Nice. Everything near me died. I'm gonna go downwards because I don't want to be above the boss. There we go. I'll still use last one here. As long as we get this allure here, I don't think it matters too much who deals with the spinners. Now RNG, will we be allowed to get close enough with this allure? It's technically possible. I think this is one of the few boss fights I would ever bring in Glide Divine, just so I could get the guaranteed allure at the start. Otherwise, it's just brutal. The important thing is no one got one shot yet. I spoke too soon. Rest in peace. Goodbye, boss. Oh yeah, that's good. I think the team has a majority of their Scape Dolls still. Come on, red ring for the team. Bring it home, Falls. We can do it. I'm not even gonna bother walking forward. I could get one more attack by not moving. Wall, I could get pot shots. Get the pot shots. Oh, you went to me? Oh, you teased me though. What a tease. Oh, better? You made up for it? So close. Alright, I'm gonna body block for whoever's over here. Goodbye, my health bar. I am so sorry, Tiggy. I think this might be GG, rest in peace. But on the plus side, goodbye, Falls. I was like, I mean, the boss doesn't give an XP or a drop until after the cutscene. You'd still get it. I've had that happen before, where I'm dead during that cutscene, but Escape Doll revives me. So I know from a fact and proof of experience that you still get the item. Oh, look at that pose from the faux Newman. That is a pose. He's pointing. Under 15 minutes, nice. Unfortunately, it looks like nobody in the team got red rank. I'll pick these up to sell them, I guess. Okay. Yeah, pretty solid effort, team. You can see, like, no... other than me, no one's in, like, 130, 140. So just imagine with just slightly more MST, slightly more damage. I mean, we got, like, a sub 15-minute clear. Pretty happy with that. I have a random ultimate frame on my inventory with 4 slots. Oh. Does chat want a level 80 frame that has 4 slots? I almost sold it. Question mark. Gave you a try, mate? That sounds like balls. Such a kidder. But seriously, did anybody want this 4-slot ultimate frame? Spent like 4 tri-fluids? You'll take it? Sure. I'll move it over here. Pretty decent for forces. Although you just hit 99, so you're in the territory for Ignition Cloak / Congeal Cloak. That wasn't too bad. I guess I'll ask Murphy, are you up for one last CTF? And then that is for real the last quest? Okay. That'll be absolute final chat, no more. I just figured while we're here as a group in Ultimate, get some XP, get some red rank chances, get disappointed Principal, B rank Principal, I'm guessing. Of course. It's never happy, chat. Just like a 20,000 Masetta back. So, final quest. Of course, as usual, the absolute garbage game name. Oh, do I actually have the forecast? Is it actually female cast Ranger? Yeah, it is. Oh, forces. My bad. I forgot multiplayer. Nice. Put your 28% rare. I'll take that. So, a couple more quests like that, and this character will actually level. I am scared, though. I gave this character too many HP materials. Like, there is, like, a safety threshold where I think if I had only taken, like, 10 or so on this character, it would have been fine. But I'm gonna dread when I hit 180 with this character. When I get to 1800 health, I'm just gonna be really sad. I'm not gonna be able to really do episode 2 or certain other bosses. But hey, if only I could do it with this character consistently is TTF, I'm okay with that. I definitely do not want the HP material. It's like really great at like 800, 900, 1200, 1400, maybe 1600, and nothing after that. It's just terrible. mean, Mother Garb is nice and all, but it's up to you. I got to the point with the Faux Newman where I didn't care about 10% and the TP save was more important. Oh, it's not a plus. Nah, I would not use it on that one then. Unless you're really desperate for TP. If you're helping people, it's not bad, but, you know, we'll see. I mean, I could always play Pod with my blue ID force to try to get one for you. But anyway, come a little closer. We'll do the final quest. Yeah, Ignition Cloak is fine. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Wrong episode. I'm trolling. Slash lobby. My bad chat. They really need to just have something distinguishing episode 1 and episode 4. I'm telling you, my fingers want to go to Beyond the Horizon. We talked about this before. They know where the XP is, and I can't help it. They can't help themselves, chat. They know exactly where I go for autopilot leveling. It's in the muscle memory. Okay, this one should be episode 1. Gotta go verify it. If it was even just like a banner, mop-up operation, that sounds right. Like just like a different color poster, like something to tell me what episode I'm in when I'm in this lobby. Anyway, game should be up with the red episode this time. Oh yeah, Focus Seal, that's true. I mean, if we're playing Phantasy Star 2, that would technically be a thing, I guess. Let me know, chat. Okay, there we go. I did underscore episode 1. Crashed. Oof. We got time. It's fine. I'm gonna put away meme get level 23. Think you joined the old game while I just left it. Oh, did Tiggy? Maybe. Yeah, let's give Tiggy a minute or two, and then we're done. But come on, red ring. Can you imagine just weekly red rings? Giving them out like candy? I don't know if 10% reflow damage is worth getting bodied by Grants. Grants really doesn't do that much damage, to be honest with you. It's fine. I think 777 should be enough to survive Grants. You only need like 720. Be happy but sad, any more levels to use. I was thinking about if I wanted to give this one away. If this one happens to be the run, would I give it away? I would be more inclined to give it to Calvitium since he's not had one ever. I did that last time. I did call it out for the people, but it looks like Red Ring may or may not cooperate. You've never found one and you put an asterisk? I think I'm up to 3. Yeah, I have found 3. I did not buy them, etc. I got one on my Fomar, one on my Fomarl, and then... Oh no, one of them is technically Christmas, never mind. I guess I only found 2. Which is exactly double how many I found of V801s. Oh, V801. The zoo drops are a lie, chat, that's all you need to know. Oh, I unequipped my V501, that's right. Rest in peace. When I miss it like that, yeah, it's off. Let's get the easy kill. That Photon Blast. Every power attack giving me a point. No wonder why I hit 100 earlier. Yeah, that's fair. 33. Fair and balanced numbers, chat. Sniped. Building more meter because I can. Nice. Standing still because I don't care if it hits me. Take the money. Yeah, there we go. See, chat? This is why we check the boxes. Yeah. Just this box set, though. I don't care about any of the other boxes. You can keep up game. It's almost always Photon Drop or Escape Doll or Power Material or some like nonsense. Like, heck yeah, I'm checking that every time. Force Slap Protect Frame, nice. Actually, curiosity. 2, 3. No, that didn't work. I gotta focus into that more. Maybe somebody's written a forum post on that before. Nice level ups. Everybody now level 100 plus. Nice. Photon Drop. Calvitium's like, heck yeah. 3-digit club? Definitely. We'll help Tiggy out a little bit. Oh, nobody stayed. I'll go back then. Nice. Yeah, is it like this and then this? Does that work? Is that insta-kill? Oh, so it's like this and then this. This should insta-kill? No. Question mark. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll figure it out eventually. It could just be timing based. I was going for the slime insta-kill. It didn't quite work. I'm sure somebody has documented it somewhere. I would love a link to it to understand it a bit better. We've had it before, like swapping weapons or shooting the trap early has led to the insta-kill, but I'm not really sure why that happens. Because I've done it with and without shooting the trap. Worm Boss getting messed up. Come on, Gatling gun for Calvitium. He should be able to use it. Come on, do it. Give the rare drop. Oh, charge arms, but no hit percentage. Disappoint me, game.
You're wide open.
Let's reset minus 10 mil. I mean, it feels like we did 10 million, but thank you, Soul Emerald, for following. Hope you've been enjoying some of the questionable gameplay. Mostly for me. Everybody on stream, perfect. Me, goofy. But at least we're getting there. Goodbye, random turret. I got trolled by that other turret. I'm slightly out of sync with the back row. Oh, that's good. You love the chill vibes. I'm glad you've been having a good time. Always appreciate the people that are lurking. Forget to thank the people that do lurk at the end of streams. I should probably start doing that a bit more. But welcome. Get a nice little freeze trap going. So I'm just hoping on a red ring. See what happens though. Should probably put a trap down and then walk. Something like this. Perfect. One last chance for V101. You know what, Chad? I'm actually straining to think. Have I gotten more red rings on stream than V101? Thinking about it. That might also be a true statement. Oh no. Oh, V101. Why are you so elusive? So I'm definitely hitting them up with the old frozen shooter. Perish. Oh, yeah, don't worry. If you're playing the forests, we don't need help with the center. That'll be my tech tip, is the forests. Just assume the middle has it. Like, it's fine. There's like 3 mech guns. It's not good escaping. I like to just do the frozen shooter there though, because if multiple people happen to hit it with a mech gun, it stops it from being knocked back out of range of the other players. So that's my personal strategy. I don't think it's the most efficient, but 100% habit from soloing, no worries. I just want to point it out to the people that might be playing. Ooh, that was kind of a weird stun. Oh, I crit there. That was actually kind of unlucky. Okay, that's fun now. Oh, that's how I keep building 100 meter. I'm killing the monitors. That makes sense now. I was wondering why it was like 30% above people, and I'm like, duh, I just soloed a phase. See, I put it together eventually, chat. It's like I said before, when I'm tired, there are like facts in my head that seem like they would correlate with one another. I just don't draw the line. I don't think this will kill me. I think chat could just kill the boss. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we got this. I'm pretty sure that can't kill me. It's just unfortunate. Oh, escaped all? Ooh, we'll get another one for the chat. Nice, extra escape doll. Where is my material? There we go. Micho found Heaven Striker. Oh, I saw them in the, well, Discord, but also in the lobby just before we began. It's nice that they got one. Goodbye, Darkbringer. Put out a happy little confused trap for everything else. Although I don't see Calvitium. I'm gonna keep going though. I'm gonna put a freeze trap down. We got the minip already, we don't need to worry about them. I freeze trap so that they can escape that. So I did exactly what I need to do there. I'm gonna do some extra damage to the sorcerer while I can. So that way they have an easier time killing it. Oh. Chat killing the Arlens. I don't like when that happens. It requires me to do a different manip out of the room, and I failed it. I don't like that. Rest in peace, that trimate. Another escape doll. I guess I'll pick one up, that's fine. Just, how many am I up to? Okay, the answer's a lot. Oh, that's fine, they got that. Don't need to worry about that. We'll move to the next area. Out of range to revive. Close though. No. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'll just stick to the last one. I always think about Heaven Striker and I'm like, it's not as useful as I was hoping it was. It's like good if I can get the Berserk off. It's good in single player when I don't have buffs, because then it gets through the high defense. But it wasn't like the miracle boss clear I was hoping it was. It is very specifically useful for Falls phase, final phase, so it can actually do damage. Because that final phase in single player is way too much defense for sure. I don't know why it's like that. Paying attention slightly to the minimap. There we go. Yeah, this is where people are used to looking at your character model for dodging the spinners. Oh boy, when you stack that with Gafoi, it's like, good luck interpreting visual information. Yeah, my recommendation, just enjoy the mini-map as we hunt down the dots. Ooh, Calvitium kind of high up on the boss. Okay, Calvitium got hit during the boss, so he's able to reposition. I recommend he backs up. Okay, he's far enough back, that's good. He made enough steps. I'm gonna attack this set, actually. There we go, easy phase. But yeah, I think we got this Soul Emerald. Our team's pretty solid. I mean, the fall swipe is gonna kill everybody, but that's fine. Oh, I actually got the pot shot? Yeah, that damage is sick. So even though they're not max level, team is outputting some serious damage. Cannot fault them. You know what? The important thing is no one got one shot. And still no one got one shot. Good job, team. Good job. Enjoy having exactly how much you want for falls. The best part, team, is every time that puts you at 10 health, the boss just has a chance of making you invincible, which is why I like low health. I'm like, go ahead, falls. Put me at 10 health. I dare you. Oh, I got slapped. You know what? I deserve that. I was taunting Falls. And then Falls politely stood still so I could shoot her. Okay. Nice. Some good Foe damage. Nice. Ooh, bad pattern. I'll try to block for chat. I went to... You know what? Calvitium didn't die? That's all that matters. And we get another chance at skipping the phase. Well, I'm super dead. Rest in peace, me. I'm gonna Heaven Striker to maybe not kill myself. Bye. I'm gonna dodge. I was fully ready to embrace death, chat. It's fine. Falls was almost going for a killing spree. Oh, didn't quite get another hit. This should kill though. Nice. Although we just had Calvitium's foot in frame. So GG, pretty solid. Oh yeah, that swipe does too much damage, Soul Emerald. So even though the team has got the DPS, only that swipe is a problem. Otherwise, every other phase of that fight, easy peasy. Come on, Red Ring for the team. Do it. Do it. Drop Red Ring. Come on. Level ups. I'll take level ups. No one got Red Ring. Unfortunate. We'll know if we got red... Oh, we actually cleared it in 1452. Meseta. Actually, Falls' Meseta is... Well, no, never mind. I take that back. It's kind of booty. Episode 4 boss Meseta is fine. Falls Meseta. Oh well, didn't get it, but hey, we brought everybody up above 100. So this is a lot of combined power from the team. Just think, chat, at another 300 health, you could do episode 4 boss. You'll maybe survive it. And then perish. But yeah, as I said before, if I'm not playing with like 190 elite gear boss slayers, I'm fine with sub 15. I'm totally fine with that. I live with that. Let me put away some of these scape dolls. Really don't need them. I only bring one for that final phase in case I get soul linked. That's the only reason. So any extras, I guess, is okay. Yeah, that 810 damage is real. On the plus side, you're getting close. Maybe 810 is the perfect number, and then you believe. The best part about being your health total, though, is if you wanted to enjoy Ultimate Mines and fight the Grands, you are at the point where it will not insta-kill you in multiplayer. It will actually still knock you down. So enjoy it while it lasts, because after that, you're just gonna die instantly to Grands. Rest in peace. Gonna get the Mother Garb. Nice, nice. So maybe we'll do some pod in the future. I got kind of unlucky trying to get Conjure on stream, but maybe in the future. Okay, how disappointed are you, Principal? Are you B rank disappointed? Oh, he got A rank, but he's still disappointed. Unfortunately, that's not enough to get another Scape Doll. If you want to know why I have so many Scape Dolls, when I do the solo, if you get an S rank, it always gives you a Scape Doll, so that's why I have like 100 something. So you can tell roughly how many TTFs I've done with certain characters. Just walls of Scape Dolls. Like, yeah, that's about right. Well, unfortunately, chat. Actually, hold on. Let's change music, and then we'll do a little sign off. The wedding march? Sure. Let's go ahead and do a sign off. So how do we feel that things went? Well, to death do us part, for sure. Falls will part you from this world. But overall, I think we got a lot of levels in. We got people to level 40, so they got to the very hard threshold. We got several people above 100. We didn't get any crazy rares, but I think overall, Photon Drops was fairly solid. Not the best we've had in terms of streaming, in terms of those kinds of drops, but pretty good. Although, to be fair, we also did we did 3 quests where we can't even get items. So it makes sense we would get slightly lower the Photon Drops than normal. But otherwise, pretty happy. I mean, we played with a whole bunch of players. Hopefully people enjoyed watching and were joining in. And other than that, so to part reminded me of the couple in the boat. Yeah, there's an East reference. So until next stream. So if you're looking for more PSO Soul, I will say Sunday is going to be our big day. Otherwise, we'll be doing Radiant Historia tomorrow. But as always, chat, before we end the stream, we got to give the sign off to YouTube. So YouTube, if you've been watching it there, or if you have been watching the Twitch VOD, I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and hope to see you again next time.